Hey yo, GG's done daughters, hyenas. I said, hey yo, GG's done daughters, hyenas. Scoop dogs learn for Scoop Steve for criminal, y'all. I rock with the King X. Don't forget the Kennedys doing his minimum march right here on YouTube. The dollar we conducted ourselves the most highest. The dollar likes what you make it. You can't love it. You can't hate it. It's gonna be simply what you make it. And we staying more weird than ever. The dollar God chose you because he knew he could trust you. You God's best kept secret. We're doing our minimum march right here on YouTube. The dollar we're building our 2025 permits right here. The dollar we staying more weird than ever. The dollar. I'm saying you put God first. If the actually did it, God simply worked. The dollar, we're gonna stay more aware. The dollar, you heard angels in the outfield. Ahoo, the dollar, like what you make it. You can't love it, you can't hate it. The dollar, life got meaning, so we're gonna stay active. The dollar, yeah. So Big U, the Rolling 60s leader. The dollar, Big U, the dollar. It's a lot of situations that's going on with Big U, the dollar. And Big U claims that he's only locked up right now because Wack 100, 600, Bricc Baby, Luce, the data, and Black Sam, the data, been talking about him, the data. But that's not the only people that have been talking, the data. The RW, the Rashawn Williams mom been talking. And a lot of other people's been talking about a lot of your artists, the lady that says that they're your sister. A lot of people, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people a lot of people saying that, you know what I'm saying, you did them wrong, but so it's not only them, but I'm saying he's saying that they the snitches, that they gotta get dealt with, that Wack 100 claims that he haven't been saying nothing but helping them, so he feels like he been helping them, like he ain't been ran, so they've been going back, but they've been going back and forth. But in reality, Black Sam, he been going on interviews, and him been, I'm saying, expressing himself, and him expressing himself, he just wants the people to know what's been going on, So if he wants the people to know what's going on, yo, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have to stay more aware. We're gonna have to stay more aware of what's going on, GG. That's a motherfucking fact, So Big U thinks he could get out this situation if it wasn't for Black Sam and Wack 100 and everybody else, you know what I'm saying? Putting his name involved in certain situations, GG. And that's a fact.
When they raided my houses and my property, they was asking about Wack, Luce Cannon, 600, and this internet stuff.
Yeah, but that's what Big U saying, Big U saying that Black Sam is over here talking, interviews, and playing and trying to say that he got a role, that him and Nipsey was hustling, beefing and shit like that. So people don't like that.
All of y'all fuck. Wack said 100 times he was gonna take my contracts. He working with the FBI.
I will say some of what you may have done may have helped with the timing, right? I think you.
What's that?
I think you tipping off Big U. I think that definitely.
I did what?
I think that they think Big U is about to get on the run. Honestly, why would he be on the run? Wack is on everywhere. Yo, they're coming. End of the month.
Everybody know Big U and Nipsey had an argument, homie. Everybody know Big U was shaking Nipsey Hussle down, making him pay protection fee, sort of. Nipsey Hussle got smart and say, I don't want to pay you $20,000 a month no more. And Nipsey Hussle come up dead. He lost his protection, and the hood killed him. We all know this, homie.
As we all know, Big U is currently behind bars, but his incarceration doesn't necessarily mean the streets are any safer. Among many serious accusations leveled against him is murder, allegedly of Nipsey Hussle, and another name that's come up in his indictment is Rashawn Williams, his own artist whom he allegedly killed after the man disrespected him. If Big U is capable of that, it raises the question, what could he do to the people who's been exposing him or speaking out, the very actions that may have contributed to his imprisonment? There's also the matter of federal wiretaps. In one intercepted call from 2023, Big U was reportedly heard saying, "Can't no dude beef with me, because if he..."
GG's not even trying to get off topic, not even trying to get off topic, bro, but look at what I have to make, data. You know what I'm saying? I have to get right, data. I have to get right, data. So we got some sausages over here. We got some chicken over here. You know what I'm saying? We got some corn. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I have to get right. The data have to get right. Put some mark on that. The data. Get real. You have to get right. What's poppin', Kevin? problem, Kev? Yeah, Black Sam is only speaking up for his brother, Dada. We understand, Dada. But at the end of the day, just because Black Sam is speaking for his brother doesn't mean that Big U don't want him to be silenced. Big U don't want him to be talking, Dada. That's what it is, Dada. So Big U feels like that's a part of him, that he's an op, he's an enemy, Dada. And it's not because Black Sam is snitching, it's because Black Sam ain't part of the program, it's because Black Sam don't fuck around with him, it's because Black Sam ain't scared of him. So he's not so if he's not scared of him, that means that he's going against him, Dada. That's just what it is. But Kev, you can join up, Dada. For sure you can join up, GG.
I'ma kill him, period. I'm going to murder him. That chilling statement only reinforces the allegations surrounding Nipsey and Rayshawn's death. Now, if you're wondering how he could possibly carry out such acts from behind bars, it's worth remembering back in 1991, Big U and his father were arrested in a drug sting, and Big U ended up with a 23-year sentence. Yet even while incarcerated, he was reportedly still running the drug trade within the prison system, something he himself admitted in an interview on The Breakfast Club.
I basically took over the whole little drug trade on the yard because I had money.
Today, Big U remains the top boss of the ROLLIN 60s, meaning he likely still holds the power and reach to make things happen on the outside, including eliminating threats. So, who's allegedly on Big U's radar right now? First up is Black Sam. Black Sam is Nipsey's brother, and if there's one thing he's been doing, it's speaking up against Big U and his crew. We all know Eric Holder was convicted for Nipsey's murder, but the streets, especially Black Sam, know that the hit came from someone higher.
You see, I know it. Black Sam knows exactly who did it, Dada. You think if Black Sam knows who did it, Dada, Big U ain't trying to Big U ain't fucking with him like that, Dada. Like, come on now. He knows that you body his brother. He ain't having that.
One thing Black Sam said during an interview with Big Boy TV was how there was big politics involved with certain people.
But there was a lot of big politics getting into with certain people.
He even mentioned Nipsey and brought DJ Khaled to the hood, which turned into a major issue. Nipsey had linked up with DJ Khaled and John Legend for the song Higher and planned to shoot the music video in the 60s. But as the story goes, as soon as Big U heard about it, things took a turn. Allegedly, he sent a gang of ROLLIN 60s members to press Nipsey about it, but Nipsey, being who he was, stood his ground.
You know, Hustle had DJ Khaled in the hood, and Hustle frontline that. And, you know, we felt like certain people didn't like that.
Black Sam didn't mention Big U by name, but everyone knew exactly who he was talking about. Big U always had a problem with artists coming into the hood without checking in, and Nipsey wasn't trying to play that game. Nipsey always had a bigger vision. He wanted to unite the community, bring Bloods and Crips together, and work towards something bigger than gang politics. That's why he worked with YG, an active Blood, to show that unity was possible. But that went against Big U's vision, and it made Nipsey a target.
He can come to our hood. He's a Blood. He's from Power. He can come to the 60s. I can go over there. I've been over there with my jewelry on it. Yeah. My being myself, and they, you know, they respect it. They love it. I was unheard of. You couldn't do that. You know, so it's different right now. Not to say it's like a gang treaty, a peace treaty. It's not that, but they know we pushing for the city. Right. So, you know, the streets behind it, and they respect it.
Black Sam has always been the type to stand firm against Big U, especially when it comes to defending his brother. One major example was when Nipsey dropped You Don't Got a Clue, a track that many believe was a direct diss at Big U, especially with lines like, I'm busy getting rich, you think I'm going to stop for you? I built this on my own and everybody knows it's true. Still, dudes act like they're supposed to have control of what I do. As soon as Big U heard the track, he and some of his people allegedly
they don't want him to know that they don't want him to know that he built it on his own. They don't want him to feel like he did it alone. They want him to feel like they obligated they entitled to some type of fucking situation just because they're in the same. They grew up. I don't even know if they grew up on the same block, but they're in the same neighborhood. Whatever the case may be, on the same clique or the same set. They automatically feel like they're entitled, like they gave them some words, or they gave them raps, or they hooked them up, or they give them a beat, or they, you know what I'm saying? It's different. It's different. So they don't like. So Big U don't want the truth to come out. He don't want the truth to come out. This nigga don't want. You know what I'm saying? He don't want the truth to be out there. So it is what it is.
He pulled up on Nipsey to confront him, but they didn't just want to check on him. They wanted to discipline him. And in street terms, that meant something serious.
Nipsey dissed, right? And he was like, hey, hey, cuz, is this song about me? So Nipsey stood up or whatever and was like, yeah. So he was drinking some water out of a water bottle and he threw it on Nipsey, right? He was like, we're gonna have to go get down or whatever. So he thought Nipsey was gonna back down. Nipsey stood up and
They supposedly planned to take him away for a DP or disciplinary action, but before things could go any further, Black Sam stepped in. Black Sam stood his ground and told Big U straight up Nipsey wasn't going anywhere with him.
Black Sam said, cuz my brother ain't going nowhere. You was like, ain't from the hood or whatever like that. He was like, my brother ain't going nowhere.
Then there was another incident where Big U confronted Nipsey and it turned into a full-blown fight. According to sources, Big U actually got the upper hand and beat Nipsey down. But before things could go any further, Black Sam ran inside, grabbed a pistol, and fired a warning shot at the air to break things up.
And that's the problem. Niggas be thinking they're bigger in the program. Like, who the fuck you think you are to be throwing? Who you think you are to be throwing water on somebody, and throwing water on the wrong person? Yeah, the slightest, yeah, some altercation like that, just throwing water on somebody could get you killed, and can get you think. Cause certain people, they don't know how to react to a certain situation. You're a bigger dude, so you know what I'm saying? Maybe you know what I'm saying, they're gonna have to use blunt force, and it gets brutal real quick, That's why. If there's a program, nigga, even the biggest dude gonna have to follow that shit. You just gonna set a program, and not think that you're gonna follow it, GG. That's a fact.
Knock Nipsey out. Black Sam comes out, fires 3-4 shots in the air. He's fresh out the penitentiary. Police hit him right across the street. They see it. They come in. They arrest everybody.
And even after his brother was killed by the very same people, Black Sam hasn't changed his stance one bit. In fact, he seems even more fearless, standing on business and protecting Nipsey's legacy at all costs. Wack 100. Next is Wack 100. Wack and Big U used to be real close, but their relationship eventually fell apart, and ever since then, Wack 100 hasn't held back.
But it's crazy, it seems like when niggas' relationship fall apart with Big U, they start to unravel why the relationship fell apart, and niggas start to say that this nigga was snaky, this nigga was rich, this nigga wasn't helping people, he set up Gilly, he set up this, you know what I'm saying? Like, you fucking with Gilly, you gonna set him up to get booked, to get him his shit back, that's just different, Like, Big U the type of nigga like, yeah, I fuck with you, you're safe here, You get booked because you was fucking with him, Now what? Now what's gonna happen?
Back on speaking about Big U. In fact, before Big U turned himself in, one of the people he pointed fingers at was Wack 100, along with Luce Cannon and 600. In a video Big U posted, he said, I just want to say this. When they raided my house and my property, they was asking about Wack. Wack, Luce Cannon, 600, and this internet stuff. All of y'all foul.
When they raided my houses and my property, they was asking about Wack. Wack, Luce Cannon, 600, and this internet stuff. All of y'all foul.
Big U even went as far as accusing Wack 100 of cooperating with the feds. If you had something against
GG, if you wasn't home, how the fuck was they asking about Wack 100? When they raided the house, they was asking about Wack 100. What the fuck? How would they be asking about Wack? That's different right there. Like, how the fuck they asking about Wack? You wasn't even there when they raided it. So that's different. You know what I'm saying? You gotta watch people,
It's the black man. Handle it with a black man in the streets, he said. Wack said 100 times he was going to take my contracts. He was working with the FBI. The FBI went to the city 3 days in a row, and they told the city they didn't want no.
And the crazy part, he never mentions Rashad or Williams' mom, He never mentions that situation. Like, what the hell? Why would they be blaming me for a silly situation like that? Like, he never mentions that situation. He never even occurs to that situation. That's just different.
Nobody to give me no more money. On top of that, Wack 100 also co-signed Luce Cannon when Luce was sharing a story about how he spoke to Nipsey just before the shooting. At the time, Luce didn't think much of what Big U had said. He brushed it off.
You don't even warn him.
And I don't even lie. That's the real shit. I'm not even gonna lie, GG. It seems like Trap LaRoss, I don't know if the academics told Trap LaRoss to do this shit, but it seems like now Trap LaRoss want to do a segment on Wack 100, in the Pyru because he did a segment of Big U, so he wanted to do a segment of Wack 100 and the Pyru, and it seems like DJ Academics, Trap Ross, everybody's implicating him in little extortion situations, little thing situations, but he seems to, you know what I'm saying, have his story together, but it seems like these niggas is trying to implicate Wack 100 and take them out. I won't even lie. DJ Academics, Trap Ross, all them niggas, they actually, you know what I'm saying, try to come at him, and try to implicate him in mad shit. They're like, yo, if Big U was doing it, Wack had to be doing it, So Trap Ross try to say that Big U try to extort him, He put a story up there saying that he tried to extort him or some shit like that. So, you know what I'm saying? Is it true? No. You know what I'm saying? Wack said it ain't true, but there's a lot of situations going on, GG.
That you got that call from dude?
No, because their relationship was so fucked up. It'd be like they be hot woman and
that detail alone suggests Big U may have slipped up by reaching out too soon, right before Nipsey was killed.
And 30 minutes after you get off the phone with Nip, he get killed.
Yeah, I got it.
So you think he hit you a little too early?
Luce Cannon. But that's just part of the story. Luce Cannon had straight up accused Big U of backdooring Nipsey on multiple occasions. In fact, during an interview with DJ Academics, Luce gave a wild account of how Meek Mill was allegedly kidnapped and held for ransom by members of the Rollin 60s on Big U's orders.
I was talking real reckless on Twitter and stuff like that. So reckless.
Now.
Yeah, so we caught him at the club where he was performing at, and then grabbed cuz.
When Academics asked why Meek Security didn't intervene, Luce explained that many LA bodyguards are more loyal to the gangs than to the celebs they're hard to protect. According to him, Rick Ross ended up paying $50,000 to get Meek Mill released.
So he called Rick Ross right there in the club.
Yeah. And Ross.
Imagine if his cell reception was bad.
That incident supposedly played a role in Meek and Nipsey getting closer. They started using the same PR, and Meek began reaching out to Nipsey, but it also deepened the rift between Nipsey and Big U. Luce Cannon is also one of the people caught up in the Big U RICO case. Charleston White. Next up is Charleston White. Known for speaking his mind, Charleston is out.
So you gotta think about it. Nipsey did mad videos, mad movies with Gilly the Kid, so he's fucking with Philly. So when he goes to Philly, Philly shows him love. Philly could get grimy too, anywhere could get grimy, but niggas ain't getting grimy on him because you are who you are, they show respect, you don't clean dirt with dirt, So, if that's going on, it's not because he's betraying them, he just feels like, yo, when I go over there, I'm safe, so when they come over here, they're gonna have to be safe, But Nipsey Hussle should have realized, if Big U, if you got a bully like Big U coming over here, shit's not gonna be safe, The only way that it's gonna be safe, if you have to do what you gotta do, because he's trying to take you out. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna take you out. So the only way that you could keep the whole shit safe, is everybody's thinking the same, You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have to be thinking like you, GG. That's a fact.
Outright said Big U was the one behind Nipsey's death. According to him, Nipsey refused to keep paying Big U for so-called protection, and that didn't sit well. One theory Charleston pushed is that Nipsey was killed because he stopped playing the extortion game.
Everybody know Big U and Nipsey had an argument, homie. Everybody know Big U was shaking Nipsey Hussle down, making him pay protection fee, sort of. Nipsey Hussle got smart and say, I don't want to pay you $20,000 a month no more.
Another angle is that Nipsey simply got too big. Even though Big U was a powerhouse in the streets, Nipsey's rise meant all the attention shifted away from Big U. And in gang culture, nobody's allowed to be bigger than the gang, so they had to get rid of him.
Man, Big U wasn't till Nipsey Hussle died. Let me just say that, homie. Wasn't nobody screaming Big U till he had to get the little homie out the way. It was Nip, Nip, Nip. It wasn't you. Big U ain't shit in the hood when Nip come through the hood. The little homies ain't looking at Big U, they looking at Nip, cuz. Yeah, Nip was getting bigger than the set, cuz. And don't nobody get bigger than the set is what I was told. So they killed that nigga.
These are just a few of the people who might be on Big U's radar for speaking out, but then there are those who the streets believe Big U already handled, people who crossed him and ended up dead shortly after. Fats. First up is Stephen Giles Fats Donaldson, Nipsey's.
They killed Fats not to make because he knocked him the fuck out, He took Fats because Fats knocked him out,
He was killed in a drive-by.
And you gotta understand that. it's not a situation that Big U and Nipsey Hussle, they was friends. Nah, they wasn't friends, bro. They're not friends at all, There was beef in so it was a whole situation that he's trying to get away from the dude that he was trying to extort him. That's just something different, That's something different.
Shooting in 2017, and rumor has it Big U was behind it. Apparently, Fats put hands on Big U after Big U was pressing Nip, and Fats stood up for his friend. Just a week later, Fats was gone. Rayshawn Williams. Then there's Rayshawn Williams. Back in 2021, Big U started a record label called Unique Music and signed up-and-coming rappers from.
And when they killed Faster than Nipsey Hussle should have already went there. He should have took it there with him. Like, yo, guy, fuck it, it's wartime. He should have actually understood that this thing is willing to take somebody out the way.
The West Coast. One of them was Rayshawn Williams, but somewhere along the line, things got messy.
Mr. Henley engaged in a murder of a musician signed to his label in 2021 and dumped the victim's body.
It's not exactly clear what sparked the tension between them, but what we do know is that Rayshawn ended up dropping a diss track aimed at Big U, and that may have cost him his life.
They do say that part of the investigation involves the murder of another young rapper back in Las Vegas, that he had written something in a song supposedly talking bad about Big U, and that is why he ended up getting murdered.
In the song, Rayshawn called Big U a bro that made some money, basically downplaying his power, and then took it a step further by saying, this song can get me killed for thinking ish funny. Even crazier, he rapped about getting shot in the face with a .38 revolver that would leave no trace.
Referring to Big U as bro that makes some money, and that unnamed rapper may get shot in the face for thinking that his use of the studio and representation by Unique Music is funny.
5 days after dropping the track, Las Vegas police found his body in a ditch. He had been shot in the face with a revolver, and the cops think Big U is the one who pulled the trigger.
But the track was eerie given what happened next. Just days later, the rapper was shot in the face.
And here's where it gets even darker. Big U had known Rayshawn when he was a kid. He was actually his football coach back in the day, but that history didn't stop him from allegedly setting him up. According to some documents, Big U's label, Unique Music, flew Rayshawn from California to Las Vegas in January 2021. They put him in an Airbnb, and he was supposed to spend the week recording new music at the studio. But when Rayshawn missed one of the sessions, Big U and his right-hand man, Sylvester Robinson, drove out to Vegas to check on him. When they pulled up to the Airbnb, they asked Rayshawn why he didn't go to the studio, and he told him he didn't have a ride. The next day, Rayshawn, Big U, and Sylvester Robinson finally made it to the studio together. No one knows exactly what went down inside, but what we do know.
Who the fuck is Sylvester Robinson, And if Sylvester Robinson was there, we gotta find out what's up with Sylvester Robinson,
Was that a few hours later, Rayshawn was dead.
On January 24th of 2021, Big U arrived to a studio and RW was there, recording until around midnight. A little after 12:30 a.m., Big U left the studio and his phone stopped reporting his location.
Surveillance footage caught him going back to the Airbnb at around 1 a.m. He was seen getting out of the car, grabbing his suitcase, and then hopping back in. He was supposed to stay in Vegas for another day, but Big U allegedly had other plans. According to investigators, Big U drove him out to the desert, shot him in the face, and then went right back to the studio like nothing happened.
About 45 minutes later, surveillance video at the Airbnb showed RW exiting the passenger side of the car and entering the Airbnb. A few minutes later, he left the Airbnb with a suitcase, got back into the car, and left. RW wasn't seen again. He wasn't even supposed to leave Vegas until the next day, but he never returned to the Airbnb. Instead, his body was found on the side of the road near Interstate 15.
A witness later told cops that Big U showed back up at the studio at a...
That's crazy. I know when. Wherever the fuck they was taking him, maybe they was taking him home or something like that. On the way home, he happened to meet his demise. That's, you know what I'm saying? That shit hit different.
Around 3 a.m., looking drenched in either sweat or water. When they asked him what happened, he told them he had just come back from the gym. But a few hours later, cops found Rayshawn's body dumped in a ditch, and Big U didn't stop there. According to the indictment, he tried to cover his tracks. He allegedly took recording equipment out of the studio after the murder and told someone to get rid of the surveillance footage from that night. Investigators also believe there was some kind of fight at the studio before Rayshawn got killed, which is why Big U wanted the video gone.
Witnesses told detectives an associate of Big U removed the video recording equipment from the studio a few days after the homicide. including video that would have shown RW and Big U at the studio before he was murdered.
After Rayshawn's death, Big U knew the heat was coming, so he allegedly...
So the engineer was there. The engineer was there. He gave him the recording from Dada, so the engineer must have seen this shit.
He had one of his homies drive his car and stay at his house. That way, if the cops pulled over the car or showed up at the crib, it would buy him some time to escape before they actually caught him. Nobody really knows the exact reason Big U allegedly killed Rayshawn, but this murder is what put him on the FBI's radar. Just a month after Rayshawn's death, the feds officially launched an investigation into Big U's enterprise, Nipsey Hussle. And then there's Nipsey Hussle. Big U and Nipsey Hussle weren't always at odds. In fact, at one point, they were actually close business partners. Their relationship goes back to 2007 when Nipsey signed with Epic Records in preparation for what was supposed to be his debut studio album, South Central State of Mind. The real breaking point was Nipsey wanting to cut ties with Big U's label. Allegedly, Nipsey felt trapped in a shady deal, one where he believed he was being extorted by Big U. But if you ask Big U, he has a different version of events. According to him, the conflict actually started when he stepped away from the music industry. During that time, Nipsey had possession of Big U's recording equipment, and when Big U wanted it back, Nipsey wasn't too happy about it. Eventually, Big U was...
That's a lie. He stepped away from the music industry. When he stepped away from the music industry, he went back into his gangster mood and shit like that. So when he stepped away from the music industry, he didn't want DJ Khaled or YG to come to the hood and do tracks and do videos in the hood that they was at in the 60s. But this dude was still doing the shit. He was still bringing people over there. He brought DJ Khaled and he was getting mad. And he wasn't getting his bread like he wanted to. He's like, yo, if that's the case, you know what I'm saying? When you bring rappers over here, I could, you know what I'm saying, break them off, you know what I'm saying? Get money from them. But he's like, nah, these people, you know what I'm saying? I fucks with them, I got good relationships with them. I ain't gonna fuck with the business. So, Big U them down. You know what I'm saying?
Was able to recover his equipment, but that situation alone led to some serious friction between the two. From there, things just continued to spiral. Nipsey reportedly took offense to how Big U handled the situation, and their relationship started to shift. Then came You Don't Got a Clue, a track that many believe was a direct diss aimed at Big U. But the tension between them didn't just stop at music and business. Their family ties added even more fuel to the fire. Nipsey's first baby mother was actually Big U's niece, and during that time, things between Nipsey and her weren't great. Nipsey didn't approve of the company she kept around their daughter. Allegedly, there were guns, drugs, and alcohol present, and Nipsey...
Who knows if that's actually his niece, Maybe that's Big U. Maybe they all in the gang, so they call each other, you know what I'm saying, cousins, things like that. Maybe Big U, was extorting Nipsey out of his girl, too, That's what they do, They get in their girls' mind, they get in these people's mind, they get in everybody's mind, so they can have some type of control, and that's how they try to have control and shit like that, Just like Bricc Baby, come on, Big U was fucking Bricc Baby, even though they say Big Baby girl's an escort, or Baby Mom was an escort, she's selling her pussy, whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, Big U is still breaking her off, you know what I'm saying? Like, what type of shit is that?
He wasn't going to stand for it. One incident in particular escalated things further. Nipsey reportedly went over to his baby mother's house alone and ended up pistol whipping a guy she was involved with. The altercation got ugly, and the man was beaten so badly that he had to be taken to the hospital. In the chaos, it was said that his baby mother might have been hurt as well. Once Big U caught wind of what happened, he immediately pulled up to Nipsey's store to confront him. Heated words were exchanged, and things quickly turned physical. According to sources, Big U beat Nipsey down, which led to Black Sam running inside to grab a pistol. In an attempt to break things up, Black Sam fired a warning shot in the air, but that only made things worse. Within moments...
I don't know, nigga. Black Sam looks like he's a little active, But Black Sam look like he's a little like he been working at it, you know what I'm saying? Pistol Dundada, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he actually be making that shit twerk, GG, who knows, Dundada?
LAPD swarmed the scene. When the police arrived, they saw Black Sam with a gun still in his hand, and without hesitation, they opened fire on him. Miraculously, not a single bullet hit him. Instead of being killed, he was arrested on the spot, along with Nipsey and Big U. The three of them were taken to the 77th Street Division, but they all managed to bail out the next morning. Despite all the tension, Nipsey continued to rise in the music industry. In 2011, he started collaborating with YG, and that came with its own set of problems. At the time, it was not common to see Pyrus hanging out in 60s territory. but Nipsey wasn't one to follow outdated politics. When they filmed the Girls Ain't Ish video, Nipsey invited YG to the 60s, and that did not sit right with Big U. He made it known that he disapproved, and Nipsey had to defend his decision. He ended up fighting multiple ROLLIN 60s members just to have YG there. That respect was mutual. YG later invited Nipsey into Treetop Pyru territory for another video shoot, and the two built a strong friendship from there. Over time, Nipsey's career skyrocketed. He went from being an underground street rapper to a Grammy-nominated artist. But even with all his success, the issues with Big U were still lurking in the background. At times, it seemed like things between them were cooling down. They would be on decent terms for brief moments, but there was always tension under the surface.
He really exudes everything that you need to exercise in business.
And on top of that, Big U had gained a reputation for allegedly extorting artists who wanted to come into 60s territory. According to rumors, any rapper...
That's different right there, the Dada. That's different, the Dada. Like, it gets crazy, the Dada, when you look at life through one way, the Dada, through one lens, the Dada. Life ain't made through one lens, the Dada. It's not just one thing that makes life go around, the Dada. There's water, there's dirt, there's earth, there's Mother Nature, there's rain, there's sun, the Dada. You could talk about the sun all day, the Dada. You could talk about the rain all day. You could talk about the clouds all day, the Dada. But everything makes the world go around, the Dada. So for him to think that he could just get rid of fucking Nipsey Hussle and everything was gonna be all right and situation was gonna occur differently, that's not how shit goes, the Dada. That is not how shit goes, the Dada. You know what I'm saying? It's different.
You know it's really fun.
No, but that's how when niggas think that blunt force is going to just, you know what I'm saying, it's going to handle everything. It's not, bro.
Maybe some of that stuff is above board, but I think that a lot of people are assuming that if you were doing all this type of stuff, then maybe you were also hitting up the food vendors outside of Crenshaw High like Big U.
No, stop right there. See, y'all got it. This was crazy. When it come to me, you motherfuckers seem to catch amnesia.
Hey man, we trying to do this shit for the kids. All right, cool.
You see, even Adam over here trying to drill this nigga. Even Adam trying to drill Wack one, like, oh yeah, it's this BQ doing it. You probably doing it too, the Dada. Come on.
Doing up on the organization. Yeah, all right, cool. Here go a check. Here go $1 grand. Here go $2 grand. We write on there for whatever, right? That's not extortion. That's called a nigga, right? Helping with a cause. That's what that is. Right, that's all it is.
Again, Wack, I'm not saying it's textbook extortion, but when you put it under a RICO Act, it's convincing to make the case that this person was operating that realm.
Yo, listen.
Why do you think they
click like? This video is interesting. Wack is about to get confronted on his business practices that closely resemble extortion. However, Wack has a response to the accusations. But when he's accused of being tied into the Big U RICO,
yo, Wack 100, they charge. Yo, either he's gonna be a rat or he's gonna be a fucking a person who's doing the same shit, a criminal, you gonna call him a rat, you gonna call him a thug, you either he's gonna be right, you gonna say he's right, but you saying it so he could say, yo, I ain't no fucking rat name, he's not a rat, you wanna call him you gonna say that he's doing the same shit that Big U is doing, all these niggas trying to get Wack knocked off, they trying to get Wack knocked off, that's different, DJ. That makes fucking, everybody trying to get Wack knocked off, that's different.
He goes off. We will get to that after this clip. See you in the comments.
Why does he think that?
He says that you seem angry, irrational, that he just feels like you're kind of on the verge of doing something crazy. And he didn't say it, but it feels like the suggestion is that maybe this is because of the stress that the Big U RICO is putting on you, since you might feel like, since you were so wrapped up in so much of his dealings, that maybe you're next on the feds platter.
What do you mean dealings?
Like I'm watching Rich Homie Quan, and he's talking about how when rest in peace, that when he had to come to LA and check in, that it was like you and Big U sort of two men in the situation.
We was having a conversation
about checking in.
No, I was already up there having a conversation. Again, he pulled up. See, y'all got it. This was crazy. When it come to me, you motherfuckers seem to catch amnesia when somebody's telling the story. He said he landed at LAX.
them being best friend is different, but I guess Big U is a person that Wack claims allegedly that he helped out. He let him sleep on his couch. He was helping him out. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is.
Whoever picked him up, whoever he was with, told him we need to go to Crenshaw High. He said, "Oh, okay, that's the blue side." So I don't know Rich Homie Quan. I don't know. I just know that him from. I really knew his mama.
You were at the football game talking business with Big U.
No, we were in the parking lot having a conversation. He pulled up
to check in.
Yeah, well, you got to remember that ain't my neighborhood,
right?
So he ain't pulling up for me. It wasn't like we were scheduled to meet Rich Homie Quan that day.
I don't know, man. It seems like everybody this is how they create contact. They be, you know what I'm saying? I feel like them thinking that they interviewers, they feel like they can interrogate motherfuckers. So they interrogate motherfuckers. They try to interrogate niggas, trying to get everything out of the fucking the sun out of them, like relax, but that's what's gonna go on.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So he pulled up and I seen him and I never forget it. I'm gonna tell you why I remember it. Because at the time, I used to confuse him and Young Thug.
Okay.
Right?
Typical unk mistake of that era.
So when he pulled up, they all got out the car, everybody dapped each other up. You know, I'm kind of like letting them do their thing because whatever he come to do, I don't know what he came to do. And he didn't lie. He wanted him to go out there, I guess, with the kids. You know, on the football field. You know what I'm saying? You know, the kids in the ghetto, they don't see a lot of that shit. And that was all that was. But I don't him saying that I think he added to the conversation saying you flew in here and you staying here and staying there because those elements don't fit what he was there to do. That's kind of like issuing a threat. You know what I'm saying? When you telling somebody you staying here and your driver is this person and this, just that, it's kind of like issuing like a silent like threat. But I think he added that to it. And that's a conversation we need to have today. That a lot of these podcasts and when people get caught up in conversation, some of it be tainted with some real shit, and then a lot of it be tainted with some bullshit.
You're saying people make up stories, inflate stories to make them crazier?
You land, right?
Yeah.
Whoever he's with already done had conversations with Big U. Bro, we come in, we're gonna pull up on you. Right? So me knowing him, he like, what time y'all get in? Hey, bro, we coming that way. What time y'all get in? Cool, pull up on me. I'll be at practice with the kids.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like I'm seeing it play out. That'd be cool for the kids. Nephew could come over here and come out there for the kids, right? This had to been 2015-ish era.
Yeah.
Something like that. So if he actually
gotta watch Adam when he's asking no motherfucking questions. You gotta watch Adam saying, "Oh yeah, he's coming out for the kids. He's doing this for the kids." He's like, "Yeah, right." You heard what he said? He said, "Right." So he's saying that, yo, nigga, that's a way for y'all to make money, and y'all just say that they doing it for the kids. But Adam's, you know what I'm saying? Yo, these people, these hosts, they different, bro. I don't think they give a fuck about anybody, but making some damn content,
He came in, right? It went straight to Crenshaw High, jump out, Big U like, oh shit, y'all really here. What's up, nephew? Whatever. I bagged up, what's up, homie? What's up? Now he knew who I was. At that time, I remember I confused him with Young Thug. I ain't gonna lie to you. Right? So he said, yeah, man, you cool with going out here, with the kids. They out there, they gonna go crazy. They fans. He like, yeah, sure, cool. So he went out there and walked with the kids and they did their shit. So why in that situation would a person go having a conversation about motherfucker know who you staying at, who your driver is?
Who's letting their wife? He's letting his wife get passed around. Who's letting their wife get passed around? Join up, Dandada. Join up, Dandada. You know what I'm saying? You making some crazy allegations over here, Dandada, in the chat. Dandada, join up, GG. Oh, Adam. Oh, yeah, Adam. Yeah, Adam's different, bro. Come on, bro. He's different, bro. That nigga's different. He's a whole different type of breed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Adam, I could never, this is what it is with Adam, I could never get out of my head the way Adam used to look when he first started doing interviews, when he was bald and shit like that, and I could never get that Adam out of my head, so it's like, this Adam looks just like that Adam, but this Adam, he's trying to hide himself, so it's just like, it's crazy, bro, it's crazy. He's on his Bill Cosby shit.
I think it's at least in part because
it don't even make sense.
Much like Big U, you've kind of gone into detail about a variety of situations that a lot of people are conflating with extortion at this point.
What do you mean by that? What you mean?
It's been supposed, and we don't have to get into the details of every single one of these situations, but it's been, well, you basically said in the past that Oscar De La Hoya was paying to not have his nude photos or zesty photos released.
Stop right there.
It's been said that you were talking to Nipsey's family about the gay tapes of him not coming out. I don't know if there's money involved in that. It's been suggested that maybe Kim Kardashian.
This motherfucker, this nigga ain't stop. And look at, he probably got all that. Look at what Adam said. Adam got all that information from who? From who, It's been suggested. From who Adam got all that information from? That's different, that Adam trying to throw fucking Wack 100 under the bus like that, But hey, you know what I'm saying? Wack been throwing niggas under the bus. They throwing all each other under the bus, But he didn't. He said stop right there so he could explain himself. He ain't left. He ain't trying to hear that shit.
And at one point, or Kanye, that they were doing stuff for you so that you didn't release more sex tapes of her.
Okay. Now, let's start with the first one.
And when academics kind of tried to bring up some of this stuff on the podcast, you got very irate and you were really kind of screaming at it.
Because y'all dumb.
See, right there.
You're a dummy too. I gotta call you a dummy.
Okay, but
because I'm gonna show you.
But starting with the name calling makes you look more guilty.
No, I'm gonna show you why. Oscar De La Hoya.
Mm-hmm.
If you listen to the conversation, I clearly state this is what the attorneys worked out.
Mm-hmm.
See, the minute the attorneys are involved, right? This is not extortion. This is a business deal. Oscar then talked about it openly on Club Shay Shay, right? So the minute you get attorneys involved, see, if you have something, right? That's yours. It's yours. And you got the consent to have it.
Okay.
And you like, hey, bro, check this out. This is really pertaining to you. Hey, attorney such and such, contact his attorney, tell him if he wants to take possession of this shit, right, to where I don't use it, let me know, right? He calls his attorney. They negotiate what they negotiate. They draw up their paperwork, right? He never one time talks to Oscar De La Hoya, right? There's never...
You try to tell him, you see the way that you gotta explain shit differently, you know what I'm saying? You gotta explain shit differently, Someone could go, you could pay for sex, and just not say it. Oh no, I was paying for a massage and shit. That's just legal, So you can pay for a massage, it is what it is, You pay for someone to clean your house, and then up a nigga, you start a thing, you start fucking having sexual altercation with them. I mean, all that shit's legal, But if you blatantly saying, yo, nah, I paid for sex, that's what it is. So the Big U over here, he blatantly saying, yo, I mean, Luce Cannon was saying that Big U, oh yeah, was extorting these people. The words that they was using, oh yeah, he took her, oh yeah, they robbed it. I mean, Meek Mills and all these other niggas and the Gilly the Kids and all the situations that was happening, Luce Cannon, he happened to explain and make it Wack 100. He ain't explaining it that way, He's explaining it in a whole different way, the legal way to do things, And it seems like Adam want him to say, nah, he wasn't that. He's doing the same thing as Big U. That's what he's saying. And if Wack don't know that that niggas is actually building a case on him or whatever the case may be, or if he's not working with them or something like that, I mean, look at how people's talking. Niggas started everybody changing up the dynamic of things. Look at what Trap Lord Ross said. Look at what fucking DJ Academics, how he's talking to you. Look at how Adam's talking to you. We're talking different, but who knows?
Conversation between the two. The minute you get attorneys involved in these type of situations, that's not an extortion, right? So we're going to Kanye next, right?
Sure.
This started on Bootleg Cab, did it not?
I don't remember.
Bootleg Cab said, what's up with these extra tapes I've been hearing about? I said, yeah, it's a couple extra tapes. He like, what you gonna do with them? I said, we would never do anything with them but give them to Kanye. That's what was said, right?
Okay.
You can pull it up, right? So guess who calls me?
The Kardashians.
Kanye.
Or Kanye, okay. Yeah.
What? What up, bro? Man, I seen boom, boom, boom. Yeah, is that real? Yeah. Well, how could I? You said, okay, cool. I'm gonna put you with little bro. Y'all, you know. Yeah, send him to the airport. Bro, grabbed it, drive, went to the airport, gave it to him.
Okay.
What do you see? Where's the extortion?
Maybe some of that stuff is above board, but I think that a lot of people are assuming that if you were doing all this type of stuff, then maybe you were also hitting up the food vendors outside of Crenshaw High like Big U.
No, stop right there. What type of stuff have I done? Everything I just laid out to you was either it was a business deal or it was a man keeping his word and just saying, here.
Mm-hmm. But you realize most people don't monetize their life in such a way. I'm not saying that there's anything inherently illegal about it, but most people don't obtain sex tapes and then profit off of not releasing them. Lawyers or otherwise.
No, the profit came after the.
Oh, where Adam know all this shit about sex tapes and shit like that? The motherfucker's in the porn business. He makes that fucking sex tapes. Don't he? Ain't the nigga in the porn business? So if he's making sex tapes, he should know how to sell them. What people could do with them? How can people get them? Come on now, you show other females and shit like that in your thing, so they must be contractual or some shit like that. So he knows all the steps. I don't know why he acts so dumb, Ladada. You know what I'm saying? He just want him to see if he's gonna fuck up.
Initial release. That shit been out since like 03.
Which the sex tape?
04, yeah.
Well, the original one, yeah. But you supposedly had more.
Yeah, but again, and then Kanye went on
the
show.
You supposedly have more. You hear
delivered to drive.
Mm-hmm.
Has anything ever come out?
Not yet, but Kim K's an op now, right?
She ain't my op. She ain't ever did nothing.
No, she's Kanye's op, and you're Kanye's homie, right?
Well, that has nothing. That's his ex-wife, bro. That's the mother of his kids. But if you look at the bootleg Kev show, when he asked me,
he seems very upset with her.
No, when you asked me about it, he said, "Bro, what y'all going? Y'all make something we would never do that, bro." Like, and at this time, I wasn't even, I knew Ye. We talked on the time, right? It wasn't no like that's my partner at this time.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I said, we just sitting over in the safe. Like, we ain't got no. That's it. He got kids by her. Like, on some real shit, we just give it to him.
Real quick, because so this is, and I read some comments, and I might be just coming off as someone who read comments, but it did make a little sense. They felt this is why they were saying your tone changed a bit, right? Because I was even looking up this morning, the idea or what's determined as extortion under federal statutes. You lead yourself to some exposure based on even when you used to run with it. Like, for example, the Future story. That sounds like extortion. We ran a nigga down the airport and we extracted money from this guy who did not want to give it up. Like, we basically told him,
here goes what you guys always do, right? Y'all like to add shit to what I said. I'm a bet man, academic.
I am too.
I'm a bet man.
I would bet too. But
right? Okay. So I would put up a little small wager if you can find a clip that say we took any money from Future.
Yeah, but demanded money and also demanded money. It might not be again extortion, but you see how like in the RICO it said. It show a pattern of trying to extort.
No, let me correct you on something.
Go ahead.
When we saw Future act, and you tell me, yo, Wack, the whoop fresh and fit niggas? Yeah, man, I gave them niggas 15,000. I went to the motherfucking studio down there where we recorded. Man, that shit was empty. Them niggas have been moved out. They beat me for my bag. Right? Okay. I'm coming through the Beverly Center. I see the fresh and fit niggas.
Okay.
You knowing me what I'm gonna do?
Yeah, you gonna highlight them. Yo.
I'm gonna say, hey, homie, bro, Act tell me y'all beat him for 15,000. What's happening? Hold on. I'm gonna get you on the phone. I've done this 1,000,000 times. Right? Hey, bro. Boom, 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 boom. I've had some people say, Wack, they just covered the debt a week ago. They took care of me. Or I had some people say, yeah, bro, what's up? Like, we need to fix that. Right? So, catching a nigga and taking something from a nigga is one thing. Right? But catching a nigga and saying, hey, homie, you took some money from the homie paid you to show up somewhere and you was a no-show.
Oh, so there was an actual legit transaction.
Yeah.
Or people thought it was just like checking in money.
Nah, I ain't never did that with nobody. Y'all just adding shit to it, nigga. Like, how's it checking in money when we mentioned the nigga that he owed? The nigga he owed ain't from California. What the fuck are you talking about? He ain't even from California.
Yeah, because he's trick shit, right?
He ain't even from California. So this is money that a nigga didn't pay the nigga, and a nigga ducked off on the nigga. You get what I'm saying? Listen, I ain't gonna say the artist's name, but I've had artists. I've had artists that was signed to me.
Oh.
Right? Well, I done ran into niggas, and niggas done jumped out. Whack, we need to holler at you. What's up, homie? Man, we get your artist, you know, X amount. 2,500 to whoop nigga, then no show. You know, you got that, you can show me that. Hold on. Open their phone up. Boom, 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 boom. I see the contract, the transaction. Okay, cool. You know who his manager is, right? Yeah, next time deal with me. What's your cash app? I sell him as 2,500. Right? If you owe a nigga, you owe a nigga. So what I just did was, I'm gonna get you off of my artist. I deal with my artist on what I just had to pay on his bill. So when you see him, let him be. Right? That's all it is. You would never find nothing. What it is, I'm noticing you niggas hate me so much, they keep adding words to what wasn't said.
All right.
Because if those words exist, them clips would have been everywhere.
Do you think it's a possibility, since you did roll Big U at a point, if they got Big U under the
Hey, slow down, bro. I don't run with no nigga.
No, but y'all used
a lot of people that because it happened to Big U. A lot of people, you gotta understand why did Big U get knocked off. If Big U actually got knocked off because of what Wack 100 was doing, then Wack 100 he will get I guess the karma or whatever the case that y'all want to see it will occur if that's what happened but if Big U actually got knocked off because of his own fucking situations the more that you're just wishing that it happened on Wack, that you want the same thing to happen for Wack, it probably won't happen because Big U actually got knocked off because he put himself in his own situation. GG, you know what I'm saying? But since they was running together, niggas saying like you know a lot, you know a lot about what Big U was doing because you was running with him, nigga.
It's be cool, y'all.
No. What you saw me do?
Yeah, you have a table. That's what you used to say.
Hold on. What you saw me do with 6ix9ine, what you see me do with.
Yeah, Wack is crazy and shit like that. He did talk them in the past and shit like that, but it makes it. But a lot of people is trying to have Wack in the same predicament as Big U, and that's what the fuck I get from all this, all the questions and everything that's going on. And situation these niggas is like, yo, Wack, you're doing it too. Look at what happened with Oscar De La Hoya, what happened with Kim K, what happened with this, what happened with that, and they doing the same shit that Wack was doing to Big U, but they trying to do it to Wack 100 because they're like, yo, Wack just did this to Big U, and no one's saying nothing about him, so we about to do the same shit to him. But everything that this dude was that Wack 100 was saying, ain't no time things, ain't no scams, ain't no cases on that, ain't no shit. It's just him. And niggas, and then Kanye probably saying that everybody else saying that he was helping them, shit like that. So it's all different, GG. But they actually trying to get him knocked off the same way.
Every other dude I do business with, even yourself, Troy Ave, all shit. You saw me with Troy Ave at your spot. You saw me and Troy Ave in the motherfucking.
What's good, Yana?
What's poppin', bro? What's the vibes? Salute. What's goody?
Ain't shit. How your day going? What's criminating?
It's going smooth, bro. It's going smooth. You see where I'm at, nigga? MDC, Los Angeles, nigga.
Ha!
Get here, boy.
Well, so what's going on with Big U in there? Let me know what's going on over there.
Listen, you don't want to see Big U. Okay, I talked to my LA correspondent.
Yeah.
He said they calling them Big Yusufa in the building, bro.
Oh, yeah?
Yusufa. You don't want to see him in that building, bro.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah?
You don't want to see Big U, son. Nigga, he's 6'5". He been doing Kung Fu since he been 5. And he was 6'5" since he was 5. So it's just too much, man.
What's going on? What's going on with your boy Luce Cannon and Bricc Baby? I heard they got into their little fight.
We ain't getting into no fight, man.
I heard they're not in the same cell no more, nigga.
They ain't never been in the same cell, bro.
Oh yeah?
They ain't never been in the same cell.
But
they ain't never been in the same cell, especially In the paperwork, you can see that they ain't gonna put them in the same cell, bro. They're keeping them all separate. Because I read the paperwork earlier today when I was reading the case file of this case of the detention order and all that stuff. You read that?
Yeah. So what you think? What do you think Luce is? What do you think Luce is trying to indicate? Because he's saying that they got into the fight. Luce told his wife that on the phone today.
That's all content, bro. That's content, bro.
Are they beefing and shit?
Because if they did fight, why would they talk about that? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, bro, you're in a RICO, bro. Everything that you say and do will be used against you. We hear that from regular streets, lower level crimes. But when it's on that level, for real, it's most definitely going to be used against you. So much so, we seen Big U said two things. He said in 2 videos before he went to jail. He ain't say told everybody don't deal with Bricc and Luce. He didn't even tell nobody that. That people said that he ushered his people and his fans not to deal with his co-defendants and all that. Kind of looking like an obstruction charge, bro. This is how much they own it, and they own everybody. So they don't want anybody playing no games.
Luce Cannon saying that he fought with Bricc Baby because of the situation what Bricc Baby was saying about the when he was saying that he's done dealing with the cops. When he was saying about the baby mama situation, that he's done dealing with the cops on the thing. But he said that he was saying that because they was going through some arrangement with the lawsuit and custody of the kids. So he said he's done doing what the cops was saying to do because he's talking about the custody of the kids and everything that was going on that it had nothing to do with that. But they said that's why the argument occurred and he had to explain all that shit.
Rest of you in jail. I'm not putting nothing past anything happening, bro. Best friends, brothers, it don't matter, bro. You in jail. Tension is high.
They said they're good now, though. They said they're good now because he explained it like that.
They've always been good, bro. To me, I think they've always been good. Why would you be fighting with your co-defendant right now? And if you are fighting with your co-defendants, you're not going to publicize that you're fighting with your co-defendant in a case, bro. Come on, son. They will come over that shit and move your ass up out over there, son. Y'all niggas will be separated. You'll be on the east wing. I think you'll be on the west wing, bro. Like the TV show, bro. What are you talking about? Bro, they're not playing with none of that. Everybody in this building, bro, people got real time, son. Niggas ain't in here just running around beefing, son. Niggas in here chilling with pots, cooking food, and all that, bro. Niggas got phones, everything in here, son. Niggas ain't.
But them niggas is still creating contact. Them niggas is still creating contact. Them niggas is still on the phone. They live in the shit. They are saying a lot of shit that's going on in there, more than anybody else. I never seen this shit before.
I never seen that at all, bro. Live from the feds is nuts. Bro. That shit is nuts.
And the feds, though.
Live from the feds is crazy. Live from the feds is crazy. But you know, like I said, man, at the end of the day, like I said, man, because what I did on my channel, you know what I do on my channel, bro. I don't be on no this, that, or who are at and all of that. You know what I'm saying? But what I do is just get to the paperwork, bro. And when you get into the paperwork, not even just that case, I have read a couple of other cases on my channel. So I read like 3 cases. And 3 cases that I read, like, boom, like I could show them to y'all too. Like, you know, when I come over here, shit that I do over there, I bring right to you too. So the same shit. You know how I be on it, bro. And like this goes for anybody that's watching me, bro. That's the type of energy, not just because I know Rizzy, but I met Rizzy from here just like y'all. It's not that serious. You know what I'm saying? If y'all need me to come and pop up and talk about some shit, bro, I'm on that type of vibe with all my people, bro. That's the type of shit. I ain't on no stush, bougie shit like that. I hate when people move like that, bro. Like we want information. That's it.
That's right. That's a fact. Do you feel like Wack 100's next? I don't know. No, them niggas is starting.
Listen, man. You ever play Monopoly with somebody back in the days, Rizzy? Back in the days, we was playing Monopoly. We going around Boardwalk collecting $200, collecting $200, all kind of shit going on, yo, bro. We making a bargain for Boardwalk Park Place. Mad things happening. Bro, we keep landing on this. We said we get community test chance, community test chance. We done shuffled the deck. Yo, where the get out of jail free cards at? Wack 100 got him the whole damn time. He done stole the get out of jail free cards out the deck. He got both of them. He got the one out of the community chance pack, and he got the one out of the next pack, bro. He got them both. He's one of them people, bro. He got 2 get out of jail free cards, bro, and he ain't used them yet, bro. He ain't used them, son.
That's a fact. That's a Philly. That's a Philly.
But a lot of people talking about now. This is what's going on now, because I'm gonna do a video. I was gonna do a video on it, but you know, what I mean, I come over here and chop with you before I even do my video about it. You know what I mean? Because but people talking about, all right, cool. Nah, nigga Luce might get free. Nigga might bust case. Nigga might come on. I'm not saying that he might not. And he can't. He could. Might involve
Luce
some
Cannon.
talent to come home though. Might involve some talent. But what I'm saying
A
is
lot of talent.
Yeah, it's gonna involve some talent. But regardless of the facts, son, this is why I read 2 cases, and now I got 2, 3, 4 more cases that I'm reading, right? And all of these cases that I'm reading, bro, are dealing with the Hobbs Act. Okay, people that were dealt with the Hobbs Act and how they trying you and how they dealing with. So fuck all this shit that we thinking in our head and what we want to make up. No, because the feds deal with standards, guidelines, and all that. This is how they play with you, bro. So it ain't no we feel you was a good guy, you change. None of that, bro. They dealing with you just what they got to do. This is how they play. So I'm dealing with a couple of cases. So I got one case where one guy did the Hobbs Acts, the robberies, and all of that. But yet I'm gonna try to. I could probably screen share some of you.
What's the Hobbs? You can screen share if you want.
I could probably screen share something to you too as well.
If you want, you could. I mean, you want to bring it up here? You could. If you want to.
I can screen share something to you probably too as well. That's what I'm saying. Because when I went into the Hobbs Act, the one guy case, his name was David Taylor, right? And he was on the case. He wasn't even the header on the case. Let's say it was the person.
What's the Hobbs Act though? What's the Hobbs Act?
The Hobbs Act is what it's dealing with robberies, extortion, the taking of people's property, doing things by force, by threatening, and all these things. So the difference between robbery is taken by force in the Hobbs Act. The difference with extortion is taken by threat or abuse of power. So that's what extortion would be legal. Because Hobbs Act, they both cover the Hobbs Act. Yeah. Robbery and them, they fall under the same thing, but they're both distinct. They both have their own different things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They both fall under 18. You know what I'm saying? So now, when you go into the Hobbs Act now, because it's just like how when I was talking about the Cuffy shit with the furtherance of how Cuffy got the 2 strap charges, remember? Because Cuffy had a 924C and Cuffy had a 924J. This is good while we get into these cases like this, bro, because what we learned from that is going to be beneficial to what we want to know in this. Because now, when I was looking at the Hobbs Act now, if you do the Hobbs Act, the robbery now, right? Because one guy got the attempted Hobbs Act. He had 2 attempted, but he had a 924C because a weapon was used. Okay. So when a weapon is used, that's when they give you the 924C charge. So off the rip, they said, all right, cool. For the 2 attempted Hobbs, he got a Hobbs Act. I don't know if his shit attempted or not. I'm talking about Luce. His shit a Hobbs. For the 2 attempted Hobbs Acts, they said, yo, listen, bro, we're going to give you 252.
You got 2 of them?
No, for the guy that I'm talking about, I think Luce got, 2 charges. I think one of them is a Hobbs, and I don't know if both of them is Hobbs Acts, I think.
Yeah.
I think both of them is, I don't know if one is robbery, and I don't know if one is extortion. Because I know he was part of the robbery, but then it seems like he was also a part of the extortion play because he was in the house probably with them too, as the victim said. So they might have lumped him in with the extortion part and lumped him in with Big U with that. So if they did that, that's not good for him. That's not good for him. But look, this guy that I'm telling you about had 2 attempted Hobbs charges, bro, and a 924. So they said, okay, for the 2 attempted Hobbs, because they did a failed robbery, a botched robbery, it didn't go right. They said for the 2 attempted, Luce Cannon, them shit went right, allegedly. For the 2 botched joints, they said 252 months, bro. Straight. I'm like, what? So I'm like, I went to go see another guy. He didn't even have a weapon. They was like, okay, 51 months is your guidelines like that, but we're gonna go for an upward variant. You know what they gave him? They gave him 120 months. So like 10 years is you getting off. 51 months is you did good. 10 years is you got 10 years. Besides that, they're gonna rock you. So regardless of the fact, they're gonna get some up out of you. They're getting something up out of you, straight up. Or they're gonna get some out of you for Big U because it's all about taking down.
Big U got hit with a couple guns. He was hit with a couple guns in his story, right? In his story,
he got 924s?
Nah, he don't got that. He don't got that.
He got extortion, period. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, listen, you don't have to possess the weapon, bro. If I send you with a weapon to go do something, or if you working in the gang or the enterprise, and you doing this to further the gang, regardless. So if me and you all, like, let's say, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Luce and them is kind of caught up with this. Because if we all go to catch a lick, right? You got the strap, right? We in here, I'm running down, taking shit from people, boom, boom. You got the strap, evening up everybody, making sure everybody evened up. You know what I'm saying? When we all get booked for this shit now, they could still charge me with the 924C too, because I was with you and we all was in furtherance of the same shit, bro. We all came here to further the gang, bro, to further the enterprise. So I don't have to possess the weapon. Look, Cuffy never what weapon he possessed. Look, he got a ghost gun. He still had to cop a plea to that. You see what I'm saying, bro? Once the having or the possession of a weapon at all, bro, just the mentioning of it alone, bro, is the charge in itself. So regardless, if for the Hobbs Act alone, bro, they stinging you with 51 months from the beginning. From the beginning, 51 months. I read another case right now for you live, bro. Something I'm about to do on my channel. All what I'm telling you now, I'm about to do on my channel. Straight.
I feel like Luce. I don't know if Luce is going to actually tell Dada since he's calling in Dada and he actually saying that he was pressing Bricc Baby about telling and shit like that. But who knows what the fuck niggas be doing and what kind of content niggas are creating? Because niggas actually saying that this niggas is a positive liar Dada. Luce Cannon Dada been lying about a lot of things. Go ahead.
They don't have trust in nobody, bro. Them niggas is cool in there at the end of the day, and Bricc Baby's in violation because he's cool with Luce Cannon. That's how that's going, bro. Straight up. Because Luce Cannon been going at Big U. Big U is the leader of a Crip gang. 9 times out of 10, I'm betting that the Crip gang is going to side with Big U, regardless of who the hell they love Luce Cannon to be. Don't matter. So therefore, when Bricc Baby even mentioning that he want to be cool with this nigga and he going to have him in a cell, that mean that he is food now. He is a plate. Because why would you be dealing with this nigga? If we was
he
cool,
is the leader, right?
nigga is the leader of it. What are you talking about? Who's not going to choose his side? He's the leader, bro. They're not choosing you over him. Why would I choose you over him and then get violated, get DP'd and all this other dumb shit? Just for choosing you. You're going to get a D.
You think they look at him like you think they look at that nigga like Tookie or nah? Tookie probably is a better nigga than Big U. What you thinking?
Ain't about what's better.
When it comes out to criminal,
it's not about what's better or what's not, bro. It's about who is in a position, bro. That's it. So you're in a position. When Trump was in it, Trump in there. When Bush in there, Bush in there. When Obama in there, Obama in there. When who in the positions in the position, whether you like it or not, bro. He in there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just is what it is, bro. So it don't matter. He there. And that he's the man. So regardless of the fact, and remember, gang really is out in the street, but gang really is in jails. Because when you're doing all these crimes and committing all this shit that you're doing, where the people really at? Gang really move from inside the pen to the streets. So he's like, yo, bro, he's in jail. Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? Come on, son. These niggas is like Gotti went into jail, bro. You know what I'm saying, son? Come on, bro. Got the
they in jail. I feel like they in jail for talking. The way they was talking, they in jail for talking different, because I'm not trying to say that Wack 100 does the same shit as Big U, but they say that they was with the future situation or whatever. They ended it. They implicated what's this dude's name? Trick. So damn, you implicated Trick in situations. Yeah, like it seems like you're saying that everybody's doing the same shit, but maybe
now
if
Wack
you
is
say
backtracking.
Yeah, if you say different words or you use
Already
different
out there,
words.
son. It's already hot. It's already out there. It's already hot. Oz is on mad shit anyway already. So now he's trying to backtrack it. I know he done cooked Wack academics behind the scenes, cursed him all the way out because academics is the person that really pushed this line. And now it's out there now. And now they making some other stream, they talking about it. Now academics look like he's trying to, like he sucking and slurping and burping over there. I don't know what's going on with it, bro.
Academic, I don't know what academic. Nah, so real shit. DJ Academic seems like he actually he actually switched up the whole situation. Like he's against Wack 1, like he want to expose them or some shit.
Now he back on the side again. Now he back on it. He back on it now. He tried it, but then he didn't go away all the way through with it. Because he ain't that serious. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas scared of Wack 1. He look up to
I want to say that. He tried it, but he feels like this thing is too tough. Oh shit, this thing is still my business. Not that he's scared of him, but the way that Wack talks makes him like, oh shit, I can't make him slip up. And he knows that I'm doing this shit, so I don't want to keep blatantly doing it. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to keep blatantly do something on purpose. If the homie's catching on and he's actually, you know what I'm saying? You can't get him mad. You can't fucking, you know what I mean?
He already exposed him though. Yeah, already exposed him, bro. So that's something that, regardless of what is going to be on people's minds, regardless if you want to backtrack and walk it down, it's going to be on people's mind. And then them people, when they hear shit like that, they may be looking into that to see what the hell relevance that is, because this is extortions. You used to be with Big U yourself. And who's to say you wasn't been a part of these plans and all these shit from the day? And then they got you on the audio on Clubhouse. You talking about the guys them being beat up and all the other shit that happened at No Jumper, and then you bring the watch to No Jumper. So like, no matter if you're trying to be out the case, you just made yourself so much of an accessory in this case, Wack, Ronja, that I can understand why people say why he's not involved with it. You know what I mean? Like he like an unindicted co-conspirator, like how Cuffy was saying. That's this nigga. Wack is that nigga unindicted co-conspirator, nigga. Just like how Cuffy said Meech is his, nigga. Well, this is a fact, nigga. We don't know about Meech. This nigga is his unindicted co-conspirator for real, nigga. Fuck all the other dumb shit. Because he was there. He was there when the whole thing kicked off. Blicked off.
I'm about to say, do you feel like Big U knows a lot about Wack 100?
Big U is big. Didn't I just tell you who Big U is, man?
No, I'm saying because Big U, look at Wack is over here talking. Like, I know a lot about Big U. Do you think Big U knows a lot about Wack 100? Do you think that Big U can implicate him in certain shit?
Listen what I'm saying to you, bro. He's Big U, bro.
I don't think he does, because if he did, maybe he would have put it out for someone else to put it out. Because that's how they play it. They play ball like that.
But what out? Put what out?
Certain shit.
What, to smudge Wack 100's name?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day, that's a rat race, bro. You get into all of that, it's a rat race, bro. Wack 100 is a talker, bro. You're not gonna out-talk him. You're not, bro. Straight. Care if you're a man or a woman, you're not gonna out-talk him. That's what he do, son. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, let's leave this nigga, man. Let this nigga go ahead, man. Hopefully he win the wind out of sails and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of shit he just played that way, high road. Because you don't want to get into it with these niggas. Big U represents all of the shit that he's locked up for. Look, MDC Los Angeles, bro. You don't got time to be getting it. First of all, he should have never been talking about nothing online, bro. All of that checking in podcast, played himself with that shit.
You talking about Big U? Big U?
Yeah.
He got to find himself.
Played himself with the checking in podcast. The name of it, played itself. The song, when you step off the plane, check in. When your foot hit the land, check in. Now like that, though, bro. The way
when he went on the Breakfast Club, and he was just malice talking about Little Pop, and Quando Rondo, and Quando Rondo's a kid, and since he got a kid, how can you bully a kid?
But
like bullying.
He comes from that world. It's not bullying. He comes from that world, and we from the streets. It's normal. It's regular, bro. And it's not like he's a regular neutral kid. He's a kid that's being a Crip, supposedly. So now
he's older. He's older.
On the lines of that shit too. He's a leader, bro. He's a leader, bro. He's a leader. So no matter all this good shit that he want to be, he's still a leader, bro.
The older you are, it's like the you look at a kid like he's your kid, like, yo, this nigga. You could look at ignorance. You know what I'm saying? You could look at certain shit and be like, yo, I'm older, so this thing is ignorant. I'm gonna allow this nigga to be ignorant, but let me fix him.
You know what he said, man? You hear what people say when they speak, man. When he was doing those messages, he said whatever he said to Rondo. But one key thing that he said to him is like if you're gonna give up some money, like if you're gonna make a donation or something, you're gonna make a donation, bro.
Are you coming to rap?
Shit, right? Remember? Out of all of that shit, I took that out that shit. And he said it mad nice and calm.
Yeah. And Quando's real. He brushed it off. He didn't say yeah. He said, huh? He said.
So I'm trying to show you. So at the end of the day, that's what it came back down to. Allegedly, that's what it really came back down to. Send some bread, and that's it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, you ain't come holler at me before. Now you out.
All right, people saying Wack is people saying Wack 100 is next up, Dada. So we got a couple clips that implicate Wack 100 and a couple things, and we gonna check out a couple of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Going from here, Dada.
I will say some of what you may have done may have helped with the timing, right? I think you tipping off Big U. I think that definitely.
I did what?
I think that they think Big U is about to be on the run. Honestly, why would he be on the run? Wack is on.
You hear this shit? That's what I'm trying to say. You got this nigga DJ Academics. He went there to war with this nigga, Dada. But look at he's happy. Look at he's smiling. Look at the girl.
DJ Academics went for a moment and clout chased him and pump faked him and played them, really, because if he catch a charge behind this shit, Academics ushered that charge up on his ass. So we just gonna say that because I didn't know nothing about this shit until academics really pushed the line with him. But then I heard academics after that, and he was walking back the statement like, "Nah, I mean, Unc, yo, Unc," and he's calling him Unc and all this other weird stuff. I don't like people that call people Unc just to call people Unc, nigga. Get out of here. Yeah, I mean, you probably as old as the person you calling them Unc. Like, move, bro. I mean, like, the nigga 3 years older than you calling nigga Unc.
Yeah.
Wack ain't your Unc, nigga. You know what I mean? Your family is from Jamaica, nigga, eating guineps, nigga. I already know the bops. So don't do that. You know what I mean? Aki and saltfish, nigga. Aki and saltfish, homie.
That's like someone says. That's like when you never met a family member or something like that. They automatically like, "Oh yeah, I love you." You like, "Oh shit, this nigga needs something or something like that."
You must need something. This shit is weird.
We just met, yo, cousin.
We just met, bro. Like, keep it real, bro. You looking at that family member mad weird, like. And they family and they blood. You looking at them?
Yeah, they blood. I love you. Oh, hold on. What you need? You gonna tell them to say me? No, that's fact. But yeah, facts.
Everywhere, yo, they're coming. End of the month.
I stood on me defending my neighborhood, but to my homeboys, a few of y'all out there, you know, the S-Max, the Big D's, even Luce Cannon, 600. I was out of line.
I don't accept no apology from no disrespect my name, disrespect my family, and call me on my name. I'm not with no disrespect me.
And it could have got deeper than that. I feel like Wack feels like he fucking, like he played them. You know what I'm saying? Like he got him out of the situation. I don't know if you've seen the DJ Academic, the 6ix9ine interview, but 6ix9ine, when 6ix9ine was like, "Oh, I made Little Durk. I tricked Little Durk out the streets, Sandana." I feel like Wack 100 feels like that way towards Big U. He feels like he tricked them out the streets. You know what I'm saying? And we don't know what happened behind. We don't know what happened behind closed doors. So anything that happened,
conspired against him, bro. They conspired against him. They snitched on Big U, bro. They snitched on him, bro. They didn't snitch on him.
Yeah. So behind closed doors.
For the public.
No, we can't say that. We can't say that. We can't say that he called Clutch just snitched on him. Yeah, he was snitching on him. Yeah, they snitched on him. But I'm saying though, but there was situations.
They all snitched on him. All three of them niggas.
Look
at 100 team is the exposers.
I understand.
Wack 100 never snitched one day. He had Luce Cannon and he had Big U here every single day.
I understand.
Every day.
He's snitching.
Wack 100 is the smartest nigga out of both of them niggas. Wack 100 is the play caller. He's Belichick. He's Coach Belichick, bro. Yeah, nobody tells Wack to play. Wack puts you onto the play.
Nah.
Tell Wack to play.
Look at. But Wack could have snitched on him like when he was there 20 deep with all the guns and he could have called the cops.
Wack
no, I'm gonna call the cops right there and then and snitched on him.
Ain't nobody calling no cops. He ain't even gonna call no cops in no regular city. Ain't nobody's calling cops. I'm just saying, listen to me. When Wack 100 said, "Look, man, you know why he took the 40 and he had the 20 and the do all that?" What are you talking about? This is street stuff, bro. You're talking about street things on a platform that have 4.8 million subscribers, bro. Even if you went running talking about some street stuff to a square from nowhere, we'd be like, "Yo, what are you doing? Why would you be talking about street stuff to a total square from anywhere?" Come on.
Yeah, that's true.
You could be a cop. Right. This person take this information, rat us all out. Why would you even do that to a person that's even on the road that you? I mean, bro, that's a square.
You're totally right. But I'm saying though, he could have actually like we don't know what was happening behind closed doors. That Wack 100, it could have been certain situations. It could have been fights. It could have been shootings. It could have been this. You know what I'm saying? They ain't talking about it. You know what I'm saying? They just haven't talked about it.
Of course, that's what I'm fights. There's one in the paperwork where they talking about they ran down on him. He was begging for his life. What are you talking about?
Exactly. And it probably was more situations like that.
Listen. This I don't understand this. How can he unravel everything that he said that him and Big U already have been together, right? He said him and Big U was together for 16 years. And now he trying to unravel everything that he said that him and Big U was this and that. Not say he committed crimes with Big U, but he's like he ain't got no affiliation with Big U now at all. Everything Adam tried to ask him, right? He was like, see, y'all be listening wrong. See, I have to break everything down to you.
When he tried breaking it down, I mean, he done listened back to everything and he came up with a new story. That's what it means, bro. He's came up with a new story, bro. Because I heard him talking about mad shit that he's just taking back and he's walking it back down. And I'm telling you, bro, stop.
Now listen, like all jokes aside, Wack got full immunity, bro. Like no bullshit. It's no way. There's no way he gonna keep on saying Pyru. You know
why? You know why I got full immunity? You know why? This is really why. Let me let a cat out of the bag. This is why. Because it's not about anybody having a snitch. This world right now that we're getting into is the scariest one. Because it's not about anybody having a snitch per se. Look how we was talking about Meech with the third party shit. This world is getting so futuristic. Meech is the dinosaur. That shit is the dinosaur situation, that third party shit. That shit is a dinosaur now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? All that third party shit. Because right now, niggas snitching like this now. What happened? Nigga come online and start talking about the street shit. So I ain't got to snitch because the police already got it right here.
Right there.
And they built their case right here in front of me. And they didn't even need to bring me to no station. So this is what they did.
And they locked up and they still doing the same shit from the cell. Yo, this nigga Bricc Baby over here doing this. Yo, Bricc Baby, come over here.
Y'all think Dirk made that song for nothing? Viral moment? Shit for real, man. It's for real. Like no bullshit. That shit is seriously, bro. A viral moment has took over. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He's a double agent. Niggas feel like he's a double agent. Who that? Your boy, they feeling like Wack 100 just there, just blatantly
just a triple agent. What are you talking about double? It's not enough numbers. Quadruple agent, homie. Give him more credit than this. Wack is smart. The nigga's not dumb, son. He's still alive. He's still good. Nothing
at all.
He's chilling, bro. What are you talking about? This nigga talk the most shit all day, expose people all day, but people ain't. Bro, this shit is bugged out. It's bugged out.
So I feel like right here when Big U is fed up, he's saying he ain't taking no more disrespect, and that's when it leads to. That's why when you read the paperwork, you feel like, oh yeah, he's pressing Wack 100. Wack 100 is begging for his life and shit like that. It makes it seem like I bet more shit was happening. He was on Wack 100's heels. So Wack 100 feels like
nothing's happening. Ain't nothing about nothing happening. Wack ain't doing nothing to him. I'm just saying, it's not about something happening.
Not Big U doing something to Wack.
Just talking crazy on his name forever, man. This nigga's talking crazy. Then you got 600 over here. Look at your team who you incorporate. Not only are you talking shit about me forever, then you incorporate this nigga 600, who's my sperm cell over here. You come bring my sperm cell over here. You got him trying to expose me, rat me out, all kind of shit. Then you bring Luce Cannon. He brings me in, trying to throw me in the Nipsey shit. This ain't even no case I'm in right this. You throwing me in a case, bro. Luce stopped at a time and said, y'all talking about open cases. I can't do this, and called 600 a buster, which was crazy to me because he was on No Jumper trying to open a case for a man.
Literally.
Fuck an open case. You're trying to literally get a nigga to open a case on this nigga that's on the screen right here, bro.
Well, now you back down. You
we
back down,
streets, bro. We just got to be real and honest with each other. That's what he was doing, bro.
It's like they tap Luce Cannon saying like, hold up, chill out, wait, because not back down. What you mean? Like what you mean? We just see you with the gas pedal to the floor.
It's a lot going on, man. You know what I mean? I think probably you never know what's going on. Luce Cannon probably I don't know, bro. It's a lot, bro. He probably
it makes it seem like he want to work or some shit. The way Luce Cannon keep talking,
life, bro.
Yeah, that shit different.
Niggas will do that.
He is pointing the finger. He is pointing the finger. He is pointing the finger. You're right.
Look at
a lot of
Look at Finesse 2 times the Hustle Cartel. Look at Finesse 2 times the Hustle Cartel, right? They getting into some shit, whatever happened, Lil King and all the stuff that they getting into. I did a video yesterday on it, right? He comes out, he's exposing Finesse. Yo, you and your baby mom, da-da-da-da-da-da. Then he comes back on again. After all that, he did the exposing. It was funny. He did it right. Leave it alone. He comes back again now. He like, yo, yeah. And them niggas that you sent to do that shit, yeah, they miss. Yeah. But if they come again, you're gonna have to pack, you gonna have to put your family up. You better put your kids up. I'm telling you, you see the people you sent to come kill me? Yo, bruh.
I pray that didn't happen for real, bro. Come on, bro.
But look, a person, let's say a person's scared, and they're like, all right, cool. They could come online and talk about the shit. So now if something does happen to me, nigga, it's you, bro. You see what I'm saying? It's a different way that people snitching now without snitching. So if I come online and talk about it, something happened. If I fall and bump my head, the police coming to you. You know that, right? If I fall and bump my head, they coming to you if we had the last beef online.
It's like, look at. He says, when we took the 50, when we went into the club, we approached Meek Mills and shit like that. It was all because of Big U. Like he actually keeps pointing it, but he did this shit. But he's saying we did it because Big U wanted it done.
Ratted on himself and Big U. Ratted on himself.
It's like he don't even got to take the stand. He don't gotta take the stand. Yeah. He don't gotta take the.
That was in the DJ Academics interview. That nigga did a lot of talking when DJ Academic, him and his girl. He did a lot of talking there. That shit would hit different. That shit was crazy.
Viral, bro, but viral ain't good because guess what? Now look at this. Now you in a robbery and all this other shit. Even though you was in the robbery already. Regardless if he spoke on this, he was still in that indictment and he was still in that robbery, regardless of what. Regardless of anything, bro. He was hot already. Even when he felt he got into an argument with Big U and he wasn't dealing with Big U no more, you was still under investigation. That's how come sometimes you have a choice in life to say, am I going to say something to this nigga, man, or just leave this nigga alone and just go about my business? Sometimes you have that choice in that crossroad in life, and then Luce chose his road. He's like, yo, this nigga, I'm exposing this nigga because every day I'm exposing him. That's the choice he made. But in throwing the stone at the glass house, the stone has ricocheted off Big U's window, broke it because he's in jail, but also ricocheted, hit his own glass and broke his own glass house. Now
that's what I understand. Like you ready to sacrifice yourself too?
That's what he did. He literally sacrificed himself on some kamikaze mission, bro. Sacrificed himself.
Now that y'all put it that way, yeah, exactly.
He sacrificed himself to take him down.
But then he said
like some real the one Jet Li movie shit.
Wow. But then he say he coming home. So what you say that's playing? Like he know what he was doing?
Who's coming home? You're not coming home unless you're telling something. And even when you're telling something, they still giving you probably a couple of years up out of that.
But you say he's telling, nigga. You said you call that telling. Him on the interviews talking.
That's a different kind of telling though. To sign papers and tell is woof. That's really, nigga, you know what that is.
They not doing. They don't gotta do that.
Ratatouille, bro.
They don't gotta do that though. They don't gotta sign the papers. They don't gotta sign the papers.
If anybody want deals, if you want to deal with them people, no, you're gonna have to admit to all your wrongs, everything you've done, and everything that you've done with this person and all that shit right there.
Well, how can he not? How can he not agree to it? He just said it. It's all over the fucking thing. Like what he's gonna play with mind games with him?
I don't know. People do shit because it don't matter. Sometimes people
you can say you was lying.
But like, many people say shit and do shit. Then when you get to court, you will try to retract it and take it. That don't mean that when you're in the building, niggas don't still try to Shawshank redemption you. But you be trying to take it back. You know what I mean? Nigga try to hit you with that. Yeah, hit you with the motherfucking piece of fence.
Hit you with that shit everywhere. Make it shit everywhere.
Piece of fence. Nigga, piece of chain fence or some shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, yeah, you know what I mean?
I was about to see
but the Hobbs Act is
come
crazy,
see me
though.
in my face. And that's all I'm saying to that right there.
It's Adam's platform, right? And the show itself. Hey, listen. Hold on. What's up?
So Wack 100 might just be in serious trouble. According to sources and even his close associate Adam 22, Wack.
That was so corny, yo. That was a play.
You think that shit was fake right there?
It's no way a shirt pull can stop somebody that's strong from
look at it, damn, bro.
Even though Wack 100 is a pyro,
he's waiting for the shirt pull. He's waiting like wrestling. He's waiting for the shirt pull. Look at it. Go back and look at it. So I see shit in fast slow motion, bro. That's the first time I really seen that shit again in mad long. I just saw it right now. He's waiting for the shirt pull. Watch it.
He's waiting for the shirt pull.
On some wrestling shit, son. Watch it. Watch it. Because when you audit, you on speed,
Wack
bro.
100 might just be in serious trouble. According to sources and even his close associate Adam 22, Wack could be the next one to get indicted after Big U. Even though Wack 100.
It could be. Why the fuck a nigga running up in there anyway with a gun just pointed at a nigga and just like I don't know.
What was that? What was that though? What was that?
That was at his. I guess at his store.
For real, somebody tried to pistol whoop him?
Try to shoot him, I guess, or some shit. I don't know. It seems like I don't know.
That was wild as fuck right there.
Mike been through a lot, bro.
Nigga said Luce and Bricc is coming home. Yo, James, come up here and explain
It said not coming home. It's not coming home.
Definitely not coming home. Yeah.
Not right now, at least. Not right now.
Facts.
Right now, bro.
As a Pyru, he and Big U were once very tight.
Didn't he with anybody because those dudes from BNG and Six Deuce, a lot of them probably went to grade school together.
Yeah,
they
y'all
went to school
played
together.
Pop Warner,
Yeah, so they kind of like
together.
we from where we from, but we know each other.
But somewhere along the line,
that
their
was Big
relationship
U.
fell apart.
That
And
was
after
Big
Big U's
U.
indictment, Wack
What the
100 was
fuck?
one of the people who quickly.
That was Big U.
What you saying?
Bro? Bro, what year was that, bro? What year was that?
What year was that?
Yeah, that's
That was-
crazy wild right there, bro.
Yeah. They was
bro.
together. They did that interview. What interview that was on? Let me see.
That was with Nick.
Nick Cannon. That was on Nick Cannon. That was on the Nick Cannon show. GG.
That was wild.
He jumped on the bandwagon, speaking out about it. Wack 100 versus Big U. But now it's looking like Wack might have been involved in the very same activities. During a recent No Jumper episode, Adam22 brought up how he was watching Rich Homie Quan talk about having to check in when he came to LA, and Wack 100 was mentioned as part of the same extortion situation with Big U.
You know, like I'm watching Rich Homie Quan, and he's talking about how when rest in peace, that when he had to come to LA and check in, that it was like you and Big U sort of two men in the situation.
That implication alone.
What they trying to say is, GG, peace and love is. What they trying to say is that that Wack 100 might be next to be going through what Big U went through.
So that's why I just told the Uda is that for him to be so openly explaining anything, he has to have immunity, bro, because he's too comfortable with keep explaining situations that can get it definitely could get you indicted. So he must have immunity already.
And he explains in every situation he's articulate the way he explains every situation that is going in the favor that he's doing it legally.
Yes.
And the only way he gets that, like, how the fuck you get coerced to understand everything unless he just understands everything about it. So he understands everything, and everything that he said is legal action.
No, because you know why? Because he know automatic. He's fucking already messed up. So how can he use any other language but legit language when you know you fucked up already? He's not finna talk slang when he know the people watching him. They watching what he say. They wait for him to slip. So he done already mastered the game of not talking the wrong way to get in trouble, bro. Trust me.
No, but because there's a way to say everything, and there's a way to do everything, like, you know what I'm saying? It's not right.
But this that you know that Wack is way more legit than people think he is. He's not no dumb illiterate street dude. You know what I'm saying? You gotta wake up. This man articulate, bro. Trust me. Very articulate.
Exactly. He's on game. He's hip.
Yeah.
Tied Wack to the same game Big U got indicted for. Wack gave his version of the story, but anyone watching could tell he was trying hard to distance himself from the situation. You could even hear a little bit of fear in his voice.
We was having a conversation.
About checking in.
No.
See?
I was already up there having a conversation. Again, he pulled up. See, y'all got it. This was crazy. When it come to me.
Now, before Big U turned himself in, one of the main people he publicly blamed for his legal situation was Wack 100, alongside Luce Cannon and 600. In a video Big U posted, he said, "I just want to say this. When they raided my house and my property, they was asking about Wack. Wack, Luce Cannon, 600, and this internet stuff. All of y'all foul."
When they raided my houses and my property, they was asking about Wack. Wack.
And I understand that Big U is a you know what I'm saying? He's a big leader and whatnot, and niggas is saying that he was trying to tell people to like fuck these niggas up or hurt these niggas or silence these niggas or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, when you commit a malice work, malice crimes, a lot of if people ain't respecting what you're doing, when you knocked off, people is just moving how they move. They ain't respecting how you was moving out there.
But it ain't like that. I told you before, like over there, that it ain't going. He ain't going outside. Like he gonna forever be worshipped, bro. All the people that hate him, that's just come with the territory. But that man will never ever be like done dirty and forgotten about it and be like a regular. Never ever. He still got his rank. He's still who he is. He can't take his stripes back, bro. You know what I'm saying? No matter what picture these people paint in the internet life or whatever they talking about, man, that man still got his stripes from growing up, doing what he doing, and still helping who he helped, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just what you can't satisfy everybody. And right now, the internet just got him right now, got him by the balls. It is what it is.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Luce Cannon, 600, and his internet stuff. All of y'all five.
Big U even went as far as accusing Wack 100 of cooperating with the feds. If you had something against a black man, handle it with a black man in the streets, he said. Wack said 100 times he was going to take my contracts. He was working with the FBI. The FBI went to the city 3 days in a row and told the city they didn't want nobody to give me no more money. Wack 100, however, denied all of it. Just a day after Big U surrendered, Wack called the alleged crime boss a monster, saying, "Ish ain't got nothing to do with Wack." He also refuted.
And that's crazy. He's actually saying that Wack told him that he's going to take his contract, and Wack told him that he was working with the FBI. And then he said that the FBI came to the spot and said, don't be giving him money for the contract. Yeah, that's different. That's different. That's different right there. That's a different allegation right there.
That's deep.
Yeah.
Claims that he'd been circulating legal paperwork online. It seems to me like I've been threatening the paperwork. Wack ain't said nothing, he added.
So let's talk about who we need to pray for.
Personalized tech solutions designed to match.
This nigga's different, the data. That's
got nothing to do with Wack. It seemed to me like I've been threatening the paperwork. I ain't said nothing. I don't give a.
Wack also addressed the accusation that he knew ahead of time about the raids on Henley's homes. His response was to mock Big U, but a lot of people believe Wack's doing all that talking because he's scared, not just of getting indicted, but of ending up in prison with Big U. And this isn't the first time Wack has had a lot to say about Big U. After their fallout, he had been very vocal to the point where he eventually issued an apology. When I look at the whole layout, there's probably only one person out of everything you've been seeing going on that I wish it could have been different, said Wack. And that's Big U, because I love his family, and no matter what me and him going through, I know his family, you know what I'm saying? Big U wasn't having it. I don't really address a lot of BS that's said on the internet. I'ma tell y'all this. I'ma address this fast and quick. I don't accept no apology from no dude that disrespect my name, disrespect my family, and call me out my name. So things only.
Maybe shit was getting hectic, the data. Shit was getting a little hectic, the data. Wack 100 sees that he was actually trying to hurt him for words and shit like that. So he was like, yo, let me just put an apology, Jamdada, because this nigga's on my head and shit like that.
No, I think he was just playing sarcastic games. Like dude just said, West Coast politics. He right.
Okay.
They said the Mac Measy show, West Coast politics. Yeah, most definitely West Coast politics, bro.
Right.
Only got worse from there.
I heard about the Luce.
So you feel like he was just being sarcastic?
1,000%. He don't give a fuck about that man's family, man. Come on, man. You know that, man.
Why don't you care about a man's family and you trying to lock this nigga up, bro? What are you talking about, bro?
That nigga, man, that dude, Wack. Listen, man, Wack done fucked around and figured this internet shit out, bro. Trust me. You can't get him away from it now because he bringing the bullshit. So guess what? Everybody gonna follow the bullshit, bro. It is what it is, man. He got him.
That's facts. That's facts. This nigga's over here slandering the nigga's name all throughout this shit. Saying all this shit. Putting him, implicating him in mad fucking different fucking crime, mad different situation. You gonna say, nah, I care about his family. Nah.
Boy, cold, boy. Hey, and Wack on the mission too, boy. He is not letting up that boy. That's something serious, but he got his foot all over Big U neck. Like he want to see that man gone forever. That's so hard.
That niggas did that, bro. Straight.
Cold, dog. He cold, boy.
He did that, bro. They knew who Big U was. At the end of the day, Big U is Big U, bro. Niggas around Big U knew what the deal was, man. So Wack, all them niggas trying to expose him, they just got to be careful for money to expose themselves, bro.
That too.
At the end of the day, that shit runs deep. Everybody hands is dirty somehow, some way, son.
Of course.
Right. The streets, bro. We just run the streets, bro. So at the end of the day, them niggas is all throwing stones at a glass house, my nigga. So right. That's how, but like I said, but Wack got to get out of jail free cards for the Monopoly board. So
Hey man, you might be right. The daughter might be right. The daughter Big U is taking his case to trial. If found guilty just for embezzlement, he's looking at 20 years. If the community finds out he took the money that was given to the kids, the neighborhood will be mad.
Of course, 1000%.
He ain't
Hell
looking at nothing 20, bro. He ain't looking at no 20 years for nothing. Nigga. He looking at life, bro. That's what he looking at, bro.
That's his like,
your life, bro. Why you trying to give him? You're not trying to give him 20. If they gave Big U 20 out of all that shit, they'd be unsatisfied.
He said just for the embezzlement. Just for the embezzlement, he's looking at the dog.
Oh, that's it. Yeah. For the 20 alone.
Yeah. That's all
Each of them tips. Every count. Damn near all the counts is the same thing, bro. 15, 10, 15, 20. It's all of the counts is the same damn thing, damn near, bro. That's what I'm saying. It's life. He get convicted all this shit is life. Look how old he is too, bro. 120 for him alone. Come on, bro. Look how old he is, bro. He's like 60 years old, bro.
Right.
That shit heavy, right?
Does she interview with that guy? I don't accept no apology from no disrespect my name, disrespect my family, and call me on my name.
Wack 100 then started exposing Big U and the ROLLIN 60s publicly, which many believe played a major role in Big U's eventual indictment. For instance, Wack 100 co-signed Luce Cannon when Luce was sharing a story about how he spoke to Nipsey just before the shooting. At the time, Luce didn't think much of what Big U had said. He brushed it off.
You don't even warn him that you got that call from dude.
No, because their relationship was so up. It'd be like they be hot one minute.
That detail alone suggests Big U may have slipped up by reaching out too soon, right before Nipsey was killed.
And 30 minutes after you get out the phone with Nip, he get killed.
Yeah, I got it.
So you think he hit you a little too early?
Even DJ Academics told Wack to his face that he contributed to Big U's downfall. And that's also why some believe Big U will try to handle Wack if he ever ends up locked up with him. Before the indictment, Big U was already tormenting Wack in videos, so imagine what he'd do if Wack ends up in the same facility.
I will say
that would never happen.
What you may have done may have helped.
You said what?
That'll never happen.
No, it won't. It won't.
They'll never. They got separate teams, man. They'll never be around each other ever in life, man. Unless they be
Wack
somewhere.
is a star witness, nigga.
Right,
They'll never let nothing happen to Wack. Star witness.
With the timing, right? I think you tipping off Big U. I think that definitely.
I did what?
I think that they think Big U is about to be on the run. Honestly, why would he be on the run? Wack is on everywhere. Yo, they're coming. End of the month.
Considering Big U's rep and the kind of accusations tied to his name, it's not hard to see why Wack might be genuinely scared. For instance, one of the most shocking allegations being leveled against Big U is his alleged involvement in the 2021 murder of Rayshawn Williams. Back in 2021, Big U started a record label called Unique Music and signed up-and-coming rappers from the West Coast. One of them was Rayshawn Williams, but somewhere along the line, things got messy.
Mr. Henley engaged in a murder of a musician signed to his label in 2021 and dumped the victim's body.
It's not exactly clear what sparked the tension between them, but what we do know is that Rayshawn ended up dropping a diss track aimed at Big U, and that may have cost him his life.
They do say that part of the investigation involves the murder of another young rapper back in Las Vegas, that he had written something in a song supposedly talking bad about Big U, and that is why he ended up getting murdered.
In the song, Rayshawn called Big U a bro that made some money, basically downplaying his power, and then took it a step further by saying, this song can get me killed for thinking-ish funny.
Had an altercation with him in the studio or whatever. Big U was like, is this song about me? He was like, yeah, it's about you, cuz. So Big U threw the water bottle at him, right? So he was like, we're gonna have to go down stairs and get down, right?
Even crazier, he rapped about getting shot in the face with a .38 revolver that wouldn't leave no trace.
I love you, bro.
Yeah.
Man. What he just said right there, bro. He said he threw the water bottle. Remember, if you read the paperwork, right? Listen to me. You read the paperwork. Everything that happened in the studio, they don't really know because remember, they went back and removed the videotapes and everything. So they're speculating what happened in that studio. They know that the victim came out the Airbnb, he put his luggage in the thing, and he went to some sedan, and that was last time they seen him. Big U phones was allegedly turned off and not pinging at the time, and it pinged a little later, whenever, later, the next day and all that. He popped back up sweating, and he said he was in the gym. Okay.
Right.
But this man is now not only corroborating victim one Dale story with the robbery thing. Now he comes in this thing to come and give them some details of what happened inside the studio and what they're looking for in the camera when the cameras is gone. Come on, bro. It's nasty work, bro. That's not. I forgot that he said that about RW.
But that wasn't about that. That wasn't about RW. That was about Nipsey. When he said he threw the water bottle at him.
Oh, that's about Nips.
Yeah, that was about Nipsey. He said that he said that when he dissed him, he asked him that he asked him, yo, you dissed me. Then Nipsey Hussle picked up the water bottle. I mean, Big U picked up the water bottle, threw it at Nipsey Hussle, and Nipsey Hussle said, "Let's fight." He thought that he wasn't gonna fight him, but he did. That's what Luce Cannon is saying.
Yeah. And the Black Sam shit, is that the same situation with the Black Sam when he had the wild out in the air and all that? That's probably the same situation then, probably. There's only one real big thing that they had, the shit with Black Sam and Nipsey told the story.
Because that situation, it probably is the same situation, but I don't know. It probably is the same situation, but that situation, they pulled up to Nipsey Hussle's house in the morning and tried to take him to a DP. And
Yeah.
That's true too. So I don't know if that's the same situation.
It could be
different. Yeah, it could be thinking the dad came out with the bat. That's
Yeah, you're right. You're right too. Yeah, you're right.
Referring to Big U as bro that makes some money, and that unnamed rapper may get shot in the face for thinking that his use of the studio and representation by Unique Music is funny.
5 days after dropping the track, Las Vegas police found his body in a ditch. He had been shot in the face with a revolver, and the cops think Big U is the one who pulled the trigger.
But the track was eerie given what happened next. Just days later, the rapper was shot in the face.
And here's where it gets even darker. Big U had known Rayshawn since he was a kid. He was actually his football coach back in the day, but that history didn't stop him from allegedly setting him up. According to court documents, Big U's label, Unique Music, flew Rayshawn from California to Las Vegas in January 2021.
They said that if Big U get knocked off and shit like that he's heading to ADX Supermax.
They might send him to CCOT.
Yeah. They're gonna keep him in California. They're gonna keep him away.
You know they shipping people from here to El Salvador, bro. One Texas man or something like got shipped to El Salvador. They sending people to CCOT prisons, bro.
What?
I was gonna do a video on this stuff today, bro. I was gonna do a video on this shit the other day, son. They broke the news, bro. I swear, bro. They're sending Americans,
El Salvador, bro.
They're sending Americans to El Salvador, bro. You ever seen Locked Up Abroad, bro?
Nigga, a federal facility.
Well, only lifers, right? Only lifers in like 50 years and shit like that, right?
You got certain type of charges, certain type of some shit. You going over there though?
That gang shit, bro.
Sound like we're talking about some gang shit here.
So it's
what I'm trying to say, nigga. I was about to do a video the other day on this shit, like, yo.
So it's a federal facility in El Salvador. That's what you're trying to say.
Hell yeah.
That shit is a maximum super prison, nigga.
Oh, it's brand new?
Concentration camp, nigga. That ain't no prison, nigga. That shit is that shit is death. Kill me before I go. What the fuck you talking about? What?
That shit is some super wild shit, son.
Nigga, them niggas stand up all day, nigga. Man, ain't no man.
You can Google that shit and see what that shit look like. That shit look crazy, nigga. As soon as you see that shit, what the fuck is that shit?
I'm talking about packed in that motherfucker, boy. I'm talking about, boy, listen, boy, it's like, and if you ain't one of them, you automatically know you dead in that bitch.
Even outside of the building. When you look at the outside, Google that shit right now, bro. You look at the outside of the building, you're like, what the fuck is that shit? Shit look like the wall, the Mexican wall or some shit. You're like, nah, these niggas is wilding. These niggas is wilding.
Oh my God.
And you like, what the fuck is that, son? Yo, bro.
Hey, that's a warning to everybody that think it's a joke. If they really make that shit,
CECOT, son. CECOT, son. CCOT prison, El Salvador, son.
If they make that shit mandatory law right now, niggas finna go church style.
Trump is in office. This what they trying to do. This what they doing. This what I'm telling you.
They going church style, nigga. Niggas finna start doing the Christian games.
They trying to deport niggas. They doing all that right now. They in effect.
Man, that should make everybody in the world stop doing wrong in America. I bet that. I don't give a fuck what you say. I bet, nigga, it'd be a cease and desist, nigga, in America on doing wrong.
Yo, Uda, spell that. Yo, spell that prison again. What is it?
CECECOT. That's you need to do a video on that, bro. I'm telling you, I was gonna do a video every day. Right. And the way I was doing the video, you should do the video like that anyway. You could take the concept and do it. No matter.
Yeah, for sure. But one thing about when it roll, man. It's just gonna do what it's gonna do any goddamn way, man.
Yeah,
hey, but listen, they say right here, they say, you know, the prosecution will use Big U's sister's statement to further describe his bullying and extortive behavior. She going that hard against Big U, bro, for real.
His sister?
His blood sister, mother, father, sister, or what?
Whatever she's saying ain't saying shit, bro.
Man.
He charged up, bro, with some real shit, bro. Whatever the fuck she
Yeah, we know.
You know his character, that comes to your character and all this other shit, but you know what I mean? That is what it is, bro. They got me charged to the nines over here, bro. Whatever the hell.
They just gonna bill it. They just gonna trump it up, whatever it takes.
Just gonna add to her character. She know him for his life, so when she up there crying, they gonna use that.
I can't believe she really want him gone like that. That's a real bitter. That's a bitter fucking. You gotta be. I don't give a fuck what a nigga do wrong in this world. Yo, your family wasn't supposed to go against you, bro, at no cost, dog. Damn, dog.
People do.
He must
tell her story. He probably tell you that he went against her first, so we don't know what the hell happened.
He said enough of the Americans did.
3 Americans in there, nigga, by mistake already, bro.
Man, Uda know what he talking about, man. Uda just ain't finna say anything. Trust me, he ready to run that shit.
Research, bro. You got to do the research on this, bro. Is
Uda
they
just
sending
ain't
Americans, bro? Are they planning to send Americans to there? Just Google that. Is they sending Americans to this shit? Word, bro. I was like, what? I can't believe this shit.
I bet those questions in the algorithm. I bet those questions floating
What
around.
they trying to do, bro? They trying to wall us up, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
Bro. You can't. At the end of the day, bro, this is what it is. Maybe Uda is telling the truth, and he's right. Maybe there's Americans there, but they're not sending Americans from here to there from the federal system. Maybe there's 4 Americans that they send by mistake, like he said. Mistake. You know what I'm saying? But
where they coming from?
Plan, bro.
GG.
Why you think they sent
where
the
they
nigga at
coming
all?
from here,
They
GG?
sent the wrong nigga is what they did. They sent the wrong nigga.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
But they made the
They
transaction.
put him up in an Airbnb, and he was supposed to spend the week recording new music at the studio. But when Rayshawn missed one of the sessions, Big U and his right-hand man, Sylvester Robinson, drove out to Vegas to check on him. When they pulled up to the Airbnb, they asked Rayshawn why he didn't go to the studio, and he told them he didn't have a ride. The next day, Rayshawn, Big U, and Sylvester Robinson finally made it to the studio together. No one knows exactly what went down inside, but what we do know is that a few hours later, Rayshawn was dead.
On January 24th of 2021, Big U arrived to his studio and RW was there, recording until around midnight. A little after 12:30 a.m., Big U left the studio and his phone stopped reporting his location.
Surveillance footage caught him going back to the Airbnb at around 1 a.m. He was seen getting out of his car, grabbing a suitcase, and then hopping back in. He was supposed to stay in Vegas for another day, but Big U allegedly had other...
Look at this shit right here.
This rare phenomenon happens.
What's that right there?
They said, yes, there have been recent developments involving the U.S. government's use of El Salvador's CCOT prison, with discussions about potentially sending American citizens there. Okay. CCOT Centro de Confinamiento del Terrorismo. I'm saying, nigga, the terrorism. Anybody that's with the terrorism, nigga, that's what the fuck they talking about. They said is a maximum security prison in El Salvador designed to hold up to 40,000 inmates. In early 2025, the Trump administration entered into a $6 million agreement with El Salvador to detain hundreds of migrants, people that they're taking like ISIS, hundreds of migrants, primarily Venezuelans, accused of gang affiliations. But then these deportations were carried out under the Alien Enemies Act of 1798 and a law seldom used in the history. But now the proposal to send U.S. citizens to CCOT, in a recent interview, President Trump himself, bro, you got to listen where I'm telling you where you got to be in the world, bro.
Yeah,
listen,
you got to be in
President
it.
Trump himself had interest, expressed his interest in sending violent American criminals to CCOT, praising El Salvador's prison system and its leadership under President Bukele, whoever over there. However, the legal Come on, bro. That's what I'm trying to say, bro. This is what he's trying to say.
You said potentially. Yo, you said potentially. You said immigrants, and you said they nigga they're not sending no fucking Americans.
And
there,
Americans too, violent criminals. Once you first of all, when you in the jail system,
they're not sending Big U there, bro. They're not sending Big U there. Big U's going to ADX Supermax, bro. Like,
bro, I don't know what them niggas. I don't know if they're gonna beat their case. I don't know if Big
U gonna walk the yard, bro.
I don't know if Big U gonna beat his case or not. I don't know what the fuck's happening. I'm just saying.
I think ain't going no El Salvador.
People that's charged with certain things and certain crimes, you can end
so
up.
far, no American citizens has actually been sent to jail overseas under this proposal. Remains confidential idea, and then in the plant policy that critics are sounding the alarms because of the signals.
Man, that shit gonna be
shifts in how the U.S. might handle incarceration under the future Trump administration.
Yeah, but that's gonna be for illegal immigrants and high-ranked gang members type shit. I don't think that's gonna be
Once
just for
you
regular
get in
people.
prison, your rights are gone, bro. You gotta understand how this happens, bro.
Damn. That shit sounds crazy
This
though.
been happening
Man.
since slave days, bro. What are you talking about? This been going on since slave days, bro. When they freed people in 1865, 1868, and all this other supposed times when they supposedly freed people, this is how they used to catch you again. When they freed everybody, supposedly, this is how they used to catch you. Hey, nigga, you owe me something. I owe you what? I don't know you, white man. Now you owe me something. Them niggas grab you, bring you to the justice of the peace, sign over to you, boom. Then they started doing convict leasing program. You feel me, son? With the jail systems, bro. This is how this whole system works. It's the same thing. So now they said, look, people free, but if we lock you up, we take back your freedom. You see what I'm saying? This is how they started to use that, because the jail system was designed for black people, bro, and brown people, bro. It wasn't designed for white people, bro.
Of course,
the point. They would criminalize us, and after they criminalize you, now you don't have your rights no more. Now we own you again. So even if slavery is abolished, we still got you. You know what I'm saying? That type shit, niggas using the law and the against you. So once you in prison, bro, you ain't got no rights, bro. Jail is hell, bro.
And they can ship your ass anywhere they want. Anywhere
they can do whatever you want to do. Hopefully you make it home, bro. Hopefully
he's just saying that they haven't sent nobody there yet, but they probably will. Who knows if they will?
I just told you they just sent a nigga mistakenly. It wasn't him that they was trying to send. They sent the regular ass American there by mistake. But
he looks Spanish.
In transit.
He looks Spanish though. He looks Spanish though. I seen him. I seen that guy.
Him. He looks Spanish though.
Yeah. I seen that guy. Yeah. Oh my God.
So what does Spanish look like, nigga? I look Spanish. What does Spanish look like, nigga? Everybody can look Spanish, bro. Come on, son. Come on, son. I look like Rizzy Brothers. His brother look like me.
That's so crazy, bro. That is so crazy.
My pops look like Peace and Love, nigga, and he's Spanish.
Yeah,
bro. Say shit and all that.
Yeah,
regular shit.
According to investigators, Big U drove him out to the desert, shot him in the face, and then went right back to the studio like nothing happened.
About 45 minutes later, surveillance video at the Airbnb showed RW exiting the passenger side of the car and entering the Airbnb. A few minutes later, he left the Airbnb with a suitcase, got back into the car, and left. RW wasn't seen again. He wasn't even supposed to leave Vegas until the next day, but he never returned to the Airbnb. Instead, his body was found on the side of the road near Interstate 15.
A witness later told cops that Big U showed back up at the studio at around 3 a.m., looking drenched in either sweat or water.
Now, one thing for sure, two things for certain, that was not sloppy if this happened to occur. That was a sloppy situation. You're going to take this nigga, and he's supposed to be going, and he stays with you, and he's from your neighborhood, and you take him, and he ends up on the side of the road after you.
So this guy left with Big U.
Better out to do.
Whoa!
You just dropped him off. He was mad.
Big U in trouble, bro.
Allegedly, he left with Big U. Allegedly.
Oh my God, he cooked, man, baked potato.
He was at the studio.
They found him on the side of the road in the fucking desert, Dundada.
And nobody ain't say I was with him. We got drunk.
That's not the bad thing. No, nobody can say they was with him because Big U called he spoke to his wife and told her don't talk about it. Spoke to his son, told him don't tell nobody about nothing. Talk to everybody, tell him don't tell nobody about nothing. Never ever posted attribute to the kid or nothing after you've known him for a long time and he was your son's friend. If I did do that, regardless if I did or didn't do it, I was gonna post post the kid, bro. Like, it makes you look guilty if you don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Innocent. Even if he's innocent, you look guilty. If you're innocent, you're gonna look guilty.
You got to do a full campaign through and through.
You know who would know a little son?
Guilty or right? You got
the engineer that was there, and the nigga that gave him the camera equipment, shit like that.
A long time ago.
Yeah, so he knows something.
That's Molly Moore. That's Molly Moore. Molly Moore ratted.
The engineer, he knows something because he knows how he came in. He knows how he was acting after he came in. He acted with it. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, GG. And he actually spoke to the agents and shit like that.
Everybody's speaking to agents, man. These is agents, man. Niggas ain't running around playing with you. They're like, listen, man, if you don't tell us what the hell going on, you are complicit, bro. You are aiding and abetting or something, bro. You are obstructing the justice or something. They about to throw 3 charges on you right now. You're obstructing justice. Aiding and abetting felon fugitives or whatever. They about to hit you with 3, 4 charges. They're about to make up one on the way to the building. Like, oh, we're gonna give them the other shit too. Well, we might as well just give them the next one. They about to give you 4 charges. You don't help us right now, bro. So stop, bro. Niggas be acting like they ain't talking to the Fed. You is, nigga. Stop lying.
So you think Big U going to trial?
Yes, he has. He has no choice, bro. Big
U finna go to. So Big
they're not giving him no deal. They're not giving him no deal, nigga. I wouldn't be surprised if everybody took a deal and he'd be the only nigga on trial.
So this the
Why
end.
Why did they give you a deal for embezzlement though?
This the end of Big U, bro.
No, bro. You gotta fight this, bro. You gotta fight, bro. You gotta fight, bro.
Damn, this the end of Big U, dog. Wow, bro. Unbelievable, bro.
That shit is sad, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
End of fucking Big U, dog. That is so fucking crazy, bro.
That shit is sad. Even Luce Cannon, I feel sad for too. His dumb ass. That shit is sad. That shit is sad because I hear that shit in his voice. I hear the difference, nigga. Fuck all the content play, nigga. I hear the pain in the nigga voice, nigga. In jail, nigga. I know the vibes, nigga. All that other shit when his wife was taking that picture and he was walking back through that door and he had the white suit on, nigga, he was sad, nigga. Now you could say I felt sad for the nigga.
Why is he still doing content though? You feel bad for someone who's still creating content in this?
I don't feel bad in that sense. I'm not talking about. I'm just talking about being in jail. I'm not talking about being why you put yourself in jail, nigga.
Literally,
if I went to jail, I went to jail for my reasons. So what the
crashed out. He literally crashed out, bro.
He crashed though. You know what I mean? He crashed, bro. He threw himself in the pen. He threw himself in there.
That nigga crashed out, man. Luce Cannon definitely
Bricc Baby got walked into it though. Bricc Baby was doing his own thing and got clipped. So
yeah, you feel me? Listen, Bricc Baby tried to catch the wave and try to get in the thing inside rolling, get some paper, right? And fucked around and started playing the game a little too raw. It's a little too raw. You know what I mean? And that shit kind of like bit him real sharp. I'm talking about he tasted it. He thought he got away. Talking about, oh, they didn't file charges. Duh, because the Fed picked it up, dickhead. Like, what are you really thought you got away? You really thought you got away, Bricc Baby? And you on the fucking internet talking about, oh, they didn't file charges because they didn't have enough evidence to charge. Man, the Feds had the case, idiot.
They got 10.
Yo, when you say shit like when he say shit like that, it looks different because they didn't file charges because the Feds were still working and giving Big U fucking payments and shit like that. What the fuck on Big U though? Only on Big U. So what the fuck was Kenny saying that out loud for?
But then the county spared him because guess what? They could have been booked him and had his ass sitting in the county jail the whole time. Well, he couldn't even make none of his content.
So why didn't they book him?
Because they
didn't know he was gonna make the content unless they told him to make the content. Maybe.
No, he took that. No, they took a chance. They gambled. They rolled the dice. They rolled the dice, and they say, you know what? Let's just see how much you gonna just fucking bury us.
Maybe they knew it was coming. Maybe they actually
did it. It worked.
And they started to just play that. They was gonna play that role. They was gonna make that play. If they knew it was coming, they started doing shit like that. That's like boom. The mob knows shit's about to come down. The niggas start getting picked up here. So they're like, yo, I bet. And then they start fucking talking. Imagine that shit. They just start going online. All right, so yo, it was him. It was him. Why the fuck would they do that shit? That's different right there.
Because the same way what he doing right now in jail. What he telling you to do from in jail? Like, subscribe, comment, share. He's still telling you to do the shit. He's still telling you to do the shit.
I think it's let's get acquainted on the day,
bro. That answer everything. The nigga was trying to make content. So if anything happened, he could tell you from the jail. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. Let's get back to this.
But it's about your
Water.
impact,
When
though,
they
bro.
asked him about what happened,
Impact, bro. It's about your impact, son. So at the end of the day, bro, you in jail right now. The real content is talking some positive shit and talking some positive shit to some young people. That's the type of shit that not only is profitable because it's actually gonna be benefiting. If he did that, that shit would do more views than them little views that his channel's been doing. If he did something positive, sometimes you got to try that shit. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And not the content play, just actual real reality. Because right now he's in this building right here that's behind me, MDC Los Angeles. That shit ain't no joke. But let's keep it real, dog. No matter if you want to act like that shit cool, nobody in there think that shit is cool. Everybody in that building want to go home. Bro.
He only got all his followers for being stupid who we are. If he goes straight and try to talk right, ain't nobody gonna listen to that shit. Uda. You hear me? The niggas don't play. They wrote. Listen, the niggas.
The people that you want that but you ain't really got no followers, bro. He got like 30,000, whatever, 70,000 on YouTube. I'm talking about, bro. It's not even that serious, bro. This is billions of people are on these platforms, bro. Every single one of them. Don't matter. You can have a whole following that you think you created and gain a whole new one. It's not that serious, bro. It's mad people on this motherfucker, son. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, them same people ain't really liking this shit. His shit don't even get that much views.
But that's what I'm saying.
Everybody else get more views.
But he think it's that big though. He got the balloon. He really think he made it, bro.
Who y'all talking about?
Bricc Baby, you know, like stupid.
You talk about him.
Big you?
I'm talking about Luce.
Nah.
You talking about Luce? But I'm just saying.
Luce.
Think about it.
Luce gets some shit, a little contact. Ever since he started talking the way he been started talking, niggas started looking at him.
Nigga gotta be real out of character, bro. That's not.
He went to DJ Academics. He's got no jumper. He's got a couple. You know what I'm saying? He got own channel.
But he could be smart and do some real shit too. Look at C-Star, right? Look at C-Star. He talking shit, right? But C-Star be on some dropping some juice shit over there too. You know what I'm saying? So he in jail.
But Luce is getting more than him though. Who you name? Who you just named? I don't know what's that.
You don't know him. I'm just saying he's a person that's in jail and he's podcasting from jail. Right? But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, look, he might talk about some gang shit. They talk about some gang shit, some crip shit, or whatever, because he's correct, or whatever the case. Yeah, but at the end of the day, but he's still talking about, he got another videos and shit that he's talking about some straight shit, talking about some positive shit. I mean, telling the kids like, yo, man, listen, man, you don't know what it is to see this shit, man. I done watched my man bleed out in front of me. My best friend died in front of me. He talking about some real ass shit, my nigga. This gangster, nigga. So what the fuck? How much people that shit gonna trickle? I told C-Star, yo, son, start your channel, bro. That nigga's in jail, nigga. Been in jail for mad long, nigga. I'm like, yo, son, start a channel, bro. He like, yo, son, on neighborhood crib, I ain't even trying to fuck with that shit, he from the West Coast, nigga, dead ass. He like, that nigga started this shit. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna fuck with it, Oda. I'm gonna fuck with it. I was like, all right, cool. The nigga started this shit. How much subscribers do you think he got? He started that shit like a month ago. How much subscribers do you think he got?
Where he at, Oda?
He got like 40,000. You talking about, bro? This nigga on YouTube, nigga.
They want to hear that nigga story that bad?
Wow. I told you what I'm telling you. I told the nigga, yo, son, start a channel. He'd be up there with B Brazy and them shit too. I'm like, yo, bro, start your own shit, bro.
Talking that good shit? What are you on? Good shit, positive. He just doing his thing. What are you doing?
Talking some shit. He talking all that other shit too. Munchie B coming at niggas talking about shit like that too, but he also talking some real shit too. So
okay, I know. I seen that guy. I seen that guy from jail.
But Luce Cannon, he's bigger than all them niggas you're naming, nigga.
What's bigger? Ow.
Like he got a bigger view of people know him because he was lying. He said that he did all these songs with Dr. Dre. He's like a 607. Luce Cannon's becoming like a 607 uncle from the West Coast.
He can't say nothing positive. So what that mean? He can't say nothing.
And not about nothing positive. You just fucking said, "Oh, the nigga ain't game. People ain't looking at him." You gotta watch what you be saying. Then you just keep going forward, bro.
I ain't watching nothing. I just said that. Listen to me. When you watch Luce Cannon's channel, bro, I know about YouTube.
You wasn't
SEO and all
involved
that. Listen to me, bro. I know about YouTube, SEO, and all that. I look at the nigga channel just like this. And I can see what the hell's going on. Literally, bro. I got 11 monetized YouTube channels. You know? I got 11 monetized YouTube channels. You know that, right? Straight up.
No,
this channel that I have right here is a baby.
That ain't gonna lose his whole family.
My smallest channel I have.
But what that gotta do with you saying that Luce Cannon is not known? Like his mind, like he's not.
Why you, Rizzy? You have a problem with saying what people actually said. I don't know what
you said that his channel ain't
I
getting
said
views.
this. I said Luce Cannon posts videos. Go to his video right now. I don't care. Any video, don't matter. For months when he was home, everything for months and years. What are you talking about? I watch YouTube. So I understand what's going on. Listen to what I'm saying. When Luce Cannon posts a video on anything he's talking about, could have been this, that. When other people use his content and post it, they'll get more views than him. What are you talking about? Everybody does that. So much so, Reese the other day came out again and said it and said, Joe, listen, what's going on? Listen, and let's start giving the content back to me or shouting this shit back out, or we're going to do something. Why do you think she's saying that? Because that's how that's been. That's how that's been.
That's how you become big, though. That's how you become big. Like bro, everybody that's big, Kanye West. Everybody makes money off Kanye West before he started making money off himself. Everybody's going. That's how you become. That's how you gonna become bigger than where you supposed to be. Jay-Z makes more money than Kanye West.
Are you really becoming bigger than you are? Are you really though? Are you really? No, you're not really, because you can grow big in the wrong direction, bro. It's perspective and paradigm, bro. You're caught into a RICO now. So you can go the right, bro. You gotta like being in the streets.
But
like
that's
being in the
hey,
streets.
that's the
I might be
definition.
doing all this shit in the streets, but
That's the definition of clout chasing, man. That's
you gotta know the difference.
That's what he is, and that's what he's doing.
If he was saying some positive shit, yo, if Luce Cannon came out saying some real positive shit, right now, that nigga channel probably go to 100,000, nigga, one time, bang, nigga. Fuck all this other dumb shit, nigga. Forget all that other shit, nigga. And everybody that don't like him and everything, they'll be there watching this shit too. Don't matter, bro. Hating in the chats. That's what would happen. That shit would do a 360. And we all would be watching. And he'd still be funny and he'd still be talking shit. What? But he's talking positive shit now too.
I think the character he was. I think the character where he was so funny anyway.
He could do all that shit. So he could
Was
do
he-
all
was-
of this together.
Wasn't he funny though?
Yeah, he was funny. He was.
Who Luce Cannon?
He was.
Yeah, he's a funny individual.
Man, Luce Cannon is crazy.
A lot of that shit is a character, bro. It's a character, bro.
All right, let's get back to
It's
this.
a character, bro. A lot of
He
that
told them he had just come back from the gym, but just a few hours later, cops found Rayshawn's body dumped in a ditch. And Big U didn't stop there. According to the indictment, he tried to cover his tracks. He allegedly took recording equipment out of the studio after the murder and told someone to get rid of the surveillance footage from that night. Investigators also believe there was some kind of fight at the studio before Rayshawn got killed, which is why Big U wanted the video gone.
Witnesses told detectives an associate of Big U removed the video recording equipment from the studio a few days after the homicide, including video that would have shown RW and Big U at the studio before he was murdered.
After Rayshawn's death, Big U knew the heat was coming, so he allegedly had one of his homies drive his car and stay at his house. That way, if cops pulled over the car or showed up at the crib, it would buy him some time to escape before they actually caught him. Nobody really knows the exact reason Big U allegedly killed Rayshawn, but this murder is what put him on the FBI's radar. Just a month after Rayshawn's death, the feds officially launched an investigation into Big U Enterprise. Big U Legal Troubles. Everybody already knew Big U was one of the top dogs in the ROLLIN 60s CRIPs. He never hid his gang ties. He was always talking about how he came up robbing cars and earned his rep in the streets by putting hands on his enemies. Back in the 80s, Big U was deep in the drug game, but he claimed he gave it up after reading the autobiography of Malcolm X. That's when he switched lanes and got into the rap industry. He started managing artists, and one of the first big names he wrote.
That's how you know that he wants to be next to the money, He wants to act like he was getting to the money before he started doing this shit, Back in the 80s, I was selling drugs, and then I stopped because I read the Malcolm X book. How the fuck you stopped because you stopped because you wasn't getting to the bag, You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you was selling shit, you was robbing niggas. How you gonna fucking sell shit and rob niggas at the same time? You know what I'm saying? That's a fact,
You see what he did? You see what he did, GG? He converted his power to like every other person that is great. He turned more political with his power. So that's why why he fucked up. If he would have stayed a runchy little jit, run around playing, he would have been good with his name. But as soon as he tried to orchestrate some power with that name, he got fucked up. Trying to be political. You can't be political, man. They get rid of you. For real, for real.
You mean he couldn't be he could have been political if he got all the nonsense and the shenanigans.
See what you see what he just said, how he came up. He's kind of like some type of leader bully anyway, right? So he was like, fuck this shit. I'm finna take my leader bullyship and turn legit with it. Because some kind of way he been legit for a long time, but he been just still, doing this thing, but he washed it off with just, you know what I'm saying, just having the power and using that power to get his money. He don't sell drugs no more. So how you get his money then?
Look at selling. Look at this. Is what I'm trying to say when it comes down to the selling drugs. The selling drug shit should have opened his eyes, because this is what it is. Because if you beating niggas for money, right, and then you're selling drugs to them and you're beating them for money, they ain't never gonna come back, They ain't never gonna. Them niggas will never return back to you, So you're doing bad business,
But they was. But they was, GG. They was. Oh, listen, it's the same thing as like when the Italians come and tax you for selling drugs on their block. Bro, they gonna still let you come back.
No, I'm talking about the fiends and shit like that. They wasn't coming back. He wasn't making no money, He kept the drugs and he was just taking the money, and he was taking petty money. People wasn't going to him. Niggas is ducking him, They going to other killers. They're not really trying to fuck with him. So he should have knew right there, that look it. That bully shit don't always work in every fucking lane, If you a hustler, you got to be a hustler. If you a
he didn't learn, GG. He didn't learn at all, GG. He kept doing it. I told you, it caught up with him today. He couldn't. You can't make that shit legit. I keep telling you about the underground world. He tried to bring that shit on the forefront, and that shit don't fly like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's nobody above the law. And that little campaign shit.
Yeah, that shit wasn't always working, so it don't always work in every aspect. You can't just put the little look at what he was doing, he been doing it, but in different ways, So you can't just bring that. So when you bring it to the rap game, you could tell that it was changing. So right there was changing.
Truth be told, GG. Truth be told, only way your success is gonna be operated fully and correctly is through the right system. You is not going to have no power, no system your way in a situation where we are governed by a higher power, man. That's the law. He brought that shit to them people forefront without them being a part of it. And that's another part. How you profit off something that we ain't a part of and we ain't got no agreement to where, you know what I'm saying, this is a percentage in a tax bracket on this, all this stuff, man. You were not above the law. You're not above the law. He thought he was.
That's a fact. So the situation that he was trying to construct, it wasn't working, and when it's not working, he tried to thought that he could probably take some people out, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Clean the yard, clean the weeds out, you know what I'm saying? And everything's gonna be all good, but it fucked up because it's
made itself hot. You heard me just say, GG. They say they started an investigation after that fucking boy got killed. So I don't care. Right now, all this jibber jabber shit that they got on the internet, true enough, that came later. But listen, the man been getting investigated after the fucking boy got killed. So he been made everything hot. He thought it was in the click because he didn't get arrested. No, brother, you really just it sound like you just had your days got numbered when you did that shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact, GG. That's a fact.
Worked with was corrupt, but Big U never really left the streets. In 1991, he got caught up trying to steal a massive load of cocaine from an undercover cop, which landed him in prison for 13 years. While locked up, Big U was still on his gangster time. He admitted to stabbing multiple people in prison and even bragged about knocking a dude's eyeball out of its socket with a single punch. He came home in 2004 and rebranded himself as a community leader by starting a charity called Developing Options. On paper, Developing Options was supposed to help kids stay out of the streets and get involved in sports. But according to the feds, Big U was using the charity as a front to move dirty money. The city of LA even funded Developing Options through the Gang Reduction and Youth Development, or GRYD program, giving Big U over $500,000 a year since 2015. That money was supposed to go toward at-risk youth, but instead, Big U was allegedly pocketing a huge chunk of it.
Funding a South LA-based charity, Developing Options, which purports to help at youth risk escape gang life.
If it's his nonprofit organization and shit like that, he can't use that to pay rent or none of that shit. He can't use that shit for nothing. That's what that shit is, because it's a charity. So they put him $500,000, so he got to use it to take care of the community, nah?
And escape the perils of gangs in high crime areas.
And it wasn't just government money. Even celebrities got caught up in the scam. According to the indictment, Draymond Green and Shaquille O'Neal both donated $20,000 each to Developing Options, thinking they were supporting a good cause. But instead of helping kids, Big U allegedly transferred the money straight into his personal accounts.
He used that goodwill to benefit himself. He diverted money from that charity and lined his own pockets with it.
That's what I'm saying, because he's working, he could pay himself, right? So is that illegal, him doing that, or what's going on with that, GG?
Adrian Broner. Some people got scammed out of money. Others got hands put on them. One of the wildest stories in the indictment involves boxer Adrian Broner. Back in 2019, Broner allegedly set up a high-stakes dice game in LA, inviting a bunch of NBA players. The problem was that...
Now, that's a fact. You probably got to write receipts and shit like that, because you know when some jobs pay your rent, some jobs, you know what I'm saying, they give you cars, to eat, lunch and shit like that, whatever the case may be, but you got to show all receipts, you just can't...
All receipts.
Shit. Yeah, so you got to be on top of that.
Listen, when you're dealing around and the people giving you money, you got to always make sure you have receipts and paper trails at all times. There's never a moment where you think you in your element, or you could just flash and drop money somewhere and be like, okay, yeah, it's good. No, that shit got to be accounted for, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be a day where like, man, what you do with them 10,000? What you do with them 20,000? What you do with them 30,000? You'll be like, man, listen, man, I got all my receipts. Check my bank account.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That shit went all legit places, man. All legit places.
So even if they went all legit places, the reason why they looking into him because they was giving him money towards the dispensary guy, and then he was paying, the feds was paying him through the extortion. So they gonna look into everything. So they like, yo, this nigga probably was taking all the money, which he probably was.
Man, dog, hey, oh, you know what, the back, that's for real. That's for real, man. I don't understand how people even think that they can play around with that supposed to be free money. You know what I'm saying? Think, oh yeah, they ain't gonna catch up with me. Man, you got to be crazy. You got to be crazy. First and foremost, you putting your John Hancock on that shit. So
you know how many mayors and senators and fucking regular fucking councilmen for the regular states be getting knocked off for that shit, that's a fact.
That shit catch up with you the worst way, and then look how big you is and something petty like that. They make that shit just like some type of grand finale. And all along they number 17,000. You see what I'm saying? 20,000. Man, that's why you gotta just get that shit the right way. You got to stay down. You got to stay down and wait for it the right way when you're dealing with those people, man. You can't be trying to go for nothing quick. No games, no plan, man. None of that.
That's a fact.
Broner and his crew were using trick dice and ended up finessing millions from the players. When Big U heard about it, he wasn't happy, not because of the scam itself, but because Broner didn't check in with him first. So Big U sent his crew to rough up Adrian Broner. After that, Big U took the money Broner had stolen from the NBA players and gave it back to them. But of course, it wasn't just out of the kindness of his heart. He allegedly made each.
I know AB did not fucking let fucking Big U rough him the fuck up, I know that's not what happened.
AD be drunk. AD be on powder, man. He don't even be himself. He don't be himself. Anybody could do that shit to him. Man, that man he don't be coherent. He be off balance, bro.
Yeah, damn, but that's fucked up, GG. Yo, you have to get your legs back, AB. That's what happened to you, bro, for sure. You really gonna have to get right.
Each player pay him $100,000 in exchange for getting their money back. And according to an FBI informant, this wasn't just a one-time thing. A lot of NBA players and celebrities would check in with Big U to make sure they were safe at parties, games, or advertising shoots. Anyone who didn't check in risked getting pressed by Big U's crew.
Oh, shit, I can't. So you just refusing to pay your bill? Yeah, I'm hoping.
That was a boat. Hey, DG, that boy was a boat.
And then he took the money back too. That's what hit different. Taking the money back hit different. Giving the money back is different. You got when you what for a couple million, you get a couple million back. Yo, what the fuck you on,
Videotape me as I pay.
Big U even once said, "If I don't pick up the phone, that could mean death for somebody." Extorting weed dispensaries.
Wow.
The indictment also reveals that Big U was shaking down weed dispensaries, forcing them to pay them $25,000 a month just to operate without problems. One dispensary owner couldn't afford the payments anymore, so Big U sent his goons to rob the shop. Armed men stormed in, stole cash and a bunch of weed.
That's some real shit. Not saying it's not a good thing, but we need more. Not I can't say renegades, but people who standing up for themselves. Because AB was a real nigga. That shit wasn't going down. Come on now, you gotta have your camp right. Solid. It doesn't matter what's going on. You gotta stand out on principle, GG. And everybody standing on principle, there'll be a different type of dynamic going on in the streets, GG. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
There's someone coming over here, pulling up, and could just take millions from you. We don't even know if he actually won them shits. There's all this shit everything that actually be occurring, you gotta look at it. Since everything's all done, all malice and slamming niggas, robbing each other, scamming each other, PPP, all this shit, all this stupid shit. You gotta understand, maybe he actually fucking won. And they saying it was tricked so they can get their shit back. You never fucking know. Never actually know.
Then later that same day, Big U called the shop owner to his house. Big U had all the stolen money and product laid out on the table and told him, this is how you rob yourself. Then just to add insult to injury, he made the guy pay him another $10,000 to avoid getting robbed again. But Big U wasn't done yet. He wanted to rob more dispensaries. He told the same shop owner to help him set up other weed stores, promising him a cut of the money. As proof of how serious he was, Big U even handed the guy back some of the money that had just been stolen from his own shop. His homie Luce Cannon went on No Jumper and detailed the weed dispensary robbery, not realizing that the feds were watching closely. Investigators quoted the interview in their indictment, using Luce Cannon's own words against him.
And that's where he fucked up at, Dundada. That's when the nigga looked at him like, what the fuck, Dundada? So he thought that he was gonna be partners with him, but make this nigga commit crimes. But this nigga's like, yo, I ain't really trying to be out that time, and you can't put everybody in your motherfucking business, So if you could do it, the dude probably ain't a bad person, he don't want to do it to someone else, was occurring to him, So the nigga went to the law with the situation.
After the episode aired, Big U was pissed. He allegedly sent No Jumper a cease and desist letter, forcing them to take the episode down. But by then, it was too late. The damage was already done.
At this point, Big U actually sent you a cease and desist.
Mm-hmm.
Did you take that interview down?
We did.
And that wasn't the only thing Luce Cannon admitted on live. During an interview with DJ Academics, Luce gave a wild account of how Meek Mill was allegedly kidnapped and held for ransom by members of the ROLLIN 60s on Big U's orders.
I was talking real reckless on Twitter and stuff like that. So
talking reckless.
Who now? Yeah, so we caught him at the club where he was performing at, and then grab cuz.
When Academics asked why Meek's security didn't intervene, Luce explained that many LA bodyguards are more loyal to the gangs than to the celebs they're hard to protect. According to him, Rick Ross ended up paying $50,000 to get Meek Mill released.
So he called Rick Ross right there in the club.
Yeah.
Imagine if his cell reception was bad.
That incident supposedly played a role in Meek and Nipsey getting closer. They started using the same PR, and Meek began reaching out to Nipsey, but it also deepened the rift between Nipsey and Big U. According to the cops, Big U had his hands in extortion schemes all over the city. One of the wildest incidents in indictment goes back to 2021, when Big U threw a birthday party for himself at a nightclub. He told the club owners that he was going to bring in some huge rappers like T.I. and Wiz Khalifa, so they struck a deal. Big U would get 30% of the money made at the bar that night, but when Big U and his crew pulled up, things took a turn. Instead of just collecting his cut, he forced one of the club owners into a back room and extorted him for $30,000. The feds had already been watching Big U and his crew for years, and this was just another incident on a long list of crimes they were tracking. They had wiretaps, surveillance, and paid informants, and they were building a solid case. At one point, the feds actually recorded Big U plotting a robbery. It all started when a celebrity rapper got jacked for his studio equipment. Big U heard about it and decided he was going to rob the guys who stole it. Some of the stolen equipment had an Apple AirTag on it, meaning they could track it in real time. Big U and his crew loaded up their guns, tracked the thieves down, and were about to hit the lick. But at the last second, they spotted cops in the area and decided to call it off. That wiretap was a major piece of evidence in the Fed's case, proving that Big U was still operating like a crime boss, even though he was trying to convince the public that he had changed. But in a different wiretap conversation, Big U pretty much exposed himself. He told someone, "If I ever had a problem with any man, color, creed, king, or kind, the issue would have been resolved. He wouldn't be here, or I wouldn't be here. I'm still who they say I am. I'll pull up on your block right now and show up and show out. That's what happened to the last two that thought I retired. The feds also had informants feeding them information from the inside. At one
He's the daughter. He ain't retired. The daughter and Wack 100, 600 fucking Bricc Baby. All them dudes better watch it. The daughter, cause Big, you probably got some. You know what I'm saying, got some goons out there. The daughter, they probably trying to get to that, get back. The daughter, you never actually know.
So I got somebody like Wack telling me all about this murder.
You never
that
really
Biggie's gonna
actually
get
know.
charged with, and I'm just thinking, like, how the you know this before it's been announced by the cops? Them drawing more attention to it, could it maybe have caused the feds to hurry up and do the RICO before they might have wanted to?
Here go the problem. Man, the mama been on TikTok, the daddy been on TikTok, the is on the internet.
I haven't seen that.
The mother, the fucking sister, I know because we ran it on Clubhouse.
We ain't cutting no grass. You ain't cutting no grass?
No, we ain't cutting no grass. Listen, man, I don't think y'all know this, bro. If anybody got anything to say about the big homie, cuz
This is what he's actually trying to say. We ain't cutting no grass, nigga. So what that means? That the snakes, they ain't cutting no grass to see the snakes, that the snakes are slithering over there, that's different. It's okay to be a snake,
I'm on it.
Wack 100 got we not put on him. He thought this his town.
The nigga out there got shocked out, ran to the front and jumped off game stage, slid out that officially a bust.
From the jump, we all knew Wack 100 and Big U haven't been on the best of terms. But things took a turn when word started to go around that Wack 100 was a snitch. And if there's something that is unarguably true, Big U's side isn't exactly allegedly letting Wack off the hook this time.
To y'all, when they raided my houses and my property, they was asking about Wack. Wack, Luce cannon, 600, and his internet stuff.
Why Big U's goons are hunting for Wack 100. At this point, it's no longer breaking news. Everybody's heard what's been going on between Big U and the ROLLIN 60s, especially after that recent sweep where over a dozen of them got picked up on some serious charges.
There's news that broke out that said that Big U was, might have been involved in your son's murder. I mean, do you believe he's responsible?
I know for a fact he's responsible.
We're talking murder, extortion, and the whole criminal buffet.
Music executive and alleged LA gang leader Eugene Henley Jr. is heading to trial. Last month, he was named in a 43-county federal indictment.
Unless
you say he was pressing, I mean, kind of pressing him. Yeah, I feel it. I feel it.
Be real. Even before the feds made their move, the energy between Wack 100, Big U, and the 60s was already toxic. It's been a ticking time bomb for a minute now.
We ain't cutting no grass. You ain't cutting no grass?
No, we ain't cutting no grass. Listen, man, I don't think y'all know this, bro. If anybody got anything to say about the big homie, cuz I'm on it.
If we rewind a bit, the fallout between Big U and Wack started somewhere around 2021, all because of some business dealings that didn't go as planned. Things got so messy that Wack got pressed by the crew. Some even say he got jumped.
Wack 100 got we not put on him. And thought this his town.
Got there, got shocked out, ran to the front and jumped off game stage and slid out that officially a buster.
And to be fair, Wack did try to fix things the following year, sending out apologies to both Big U and his people, but by then, the ship had sailed. Big U wasn't trying to hear it. Instead, he hit social media to air everything out. And from that moment on, Wack went full-blown gaga. He started throwing out wild accusations left and right, hopping on Clubhouse, doing interviews, talking to anybody with a gripe against Big U, just tearing at his reputation every chance he got.
That Wack had somehow got on the phone with the mother of the victim, and the mother had told Wack that the police or the feds had confided in her.
Here go the problem. Man, the mama been on TikTok, the daddy been on TikTok, the on the internet.
I haven't seen that.
The mother, the sister, I know because we ran it on Clubhouse.
One of the most talked about interviews was the one he did with Adam 22 on No Jumper around 2022 or 2023. And man, the stuff he said in there had people side-eyeing him like he was truly an informant. He was dropping hints that the feds were closing in on Big U, and not long after, the stage was set.
You know, it's kind of weird to be sitting there on a podcast and I got somebody like Wack telling me all about this murder that Big U's going to get charged with. then I'm just thinking like, how the do you know this before it's been announced by the cops? No, them drawing more attention to it, could it maybe have caused the feds to hurry up and do the RICO before they might have wanted to?
But he didn't stop there. He kept the mic hot, even popped up on Vlad TV, throwing out more bombshells. Although not everything made it to air. Vlad claimed he didn't want to mess up his relationship with Big U.
Yo, they was definitely sending a narrative, Dada. They was sending a narrative. I don't know why was they sending a narrative? I don't know what this narrative come from, you know what I'm saying? But it's crazy, GG. It was definitely sending a narrative, GG.
And that alone had Wack's folks thinking maybe Big U put some pressure on him to keep things quiet.
They swear you being pressured not to say nothing.
Pressure by who?
I don't know. They say, I don't know, bro.
Now the streets are buzzing again. Word is Big U and the Rollin 60s might be gearing up to shut Wack's mouth permanently.
But it seems like Big U had his hands in a lot of different little pots. That he had his hand over here, the Nipsey situation, he had his hand over there, he had his hand over there, he had his hand over there, he had his hand over there. There's just so many. He had his hand in a lot of different places, Dada.
And if we're being honest, that theory doesn't sound too far-fetched, especially if it's true that Wack's been feeding the police information this whole time. And there's even talk that he got mentioned in the indictment under some kind of alias. And here's the real deal. If there's one thing people know about Big U, it's that he doesn't just talk. If he says something's going down, it's probably already in motion. So yeah, Wack might be looking at another showdown with the 60s, and this round might hit a whole lot harder. Big U's past infamy and run-in. Some folks think none of the talks matter since Big U's already got major legal problems to deal with, but let's not forget who we're talking about. This ain't Big U's first rodeo with the law. Back in the 80s, the guy was sentenced to 22 years for gang-related crimes, although only did 13. And even behind bars,
So I guess that plays a big role, and when you going against the feds or something like that, that's charts and all these other things that, you know what I'm saying. So that plays a big role in him getting sentenced or whatever the case may be.
He was still calling shots, moving weight, running things like he never left the streets. No fear, no apologies, just Big U being Big U. To even start making sense of all this, we have to face the fact that Big U is now staring down a murder charge. And that's just the beginning. The whispers are getting louder, and it's not just one name being thrown around. Sure, everyone's already been side-eyeing the connections between Big U and both Rayshawn Williams and Nipsey, but now there's even talk that he might have something to do with PNB Rock's death, too. And when you really look at the pattern, all these guys had one thing in common. They either disrespected Big U or didn't play by his rules. Involvement in Rayshawn's alleged murder. Let's start with Rayshawn. He wasn't just some random artist. He was signed to Big U's unique music label and was tight with Big U's son, Dayon Henley. Dude was working on a music project with a producer from the label, and Big U himself apparently set up the whole Vegas trip. Airbnb, flights, studio bookings, everything. The mission was clear, 1 track a day, keep it moving. But when Rayshawn landed in Vegas on January 19th, things didn't go as planned. He started skipping sessions and told one of Big U's people he'd catch up by putting in double the work the next day. Instead of doing that, though, on the 20th, he went and recorded an unreleased diss track, one that, according to cops, was aimed right at Big U.
It just wants the dope, but I'm worried about how doing all that talking. He's the one to clout, so I'm up to his crib.
Word of that track got back to Big U, and between that and the wasted time and money, things got tense real quick. Then on January 23rd, just 2 days later, Big U and one of his guys, Sylvester, reportedly drove down to Vegas from LA. They got there around 2 a.m. on January 24th. That night, Big U pulled up to the Airbnb where Rayshawn was staying and confronted him about the studio no-shows. Rayshawn told him he didn't have a ride. A friend was there during the convo too, so it wasn't just a one-on-one. Later that night, around 9 p.m., Big U popped up at the studio. Rayshawn came through at around 11 p.m., laid some tracks until midnight, and Big U dipped out not long after, about 12:37 a.m.
That's why you gotta watch who you're doing business with, because people manipulate you, like they good people or this, that, then you do business with them, and then shit's not going right, then full forces they didn't show their true colors, when they start showing their true colors, you're like, oh shit, what the fuck? This is more deep in, they taking business personal, and it gets involved, when you, who the fuck you was fucking with from jump, you should have been looking at who you was fucking with from jump, I'm saying, you got manipulated into a situation.
Then things got sketchy. That same gray sedan they drove to Vegas had disappeared. and Big U's phone suddenly stopped pinging any location data right around the studio area. At 1:13 a.m., the gray sedan showed up outside Rayshawn's Airbnb on surveillance. Rayshawn came out, suitcase in hand, tossed it in the trunk, hopped in the car, and that was the last time anyone saw him alive. Now, keep in mind, his Airbnb was booked for another night, and his flight wasn't the next day, so him dipping like that with no heads up was out of character. Both of Big U's phones went dark until 2:15 a.m., and by 2:30 a.m., he was back at the studio, alone, still in the gray sedan, and sweating like he just ran a marathon.
When this alleged murder of the rapper happened that they're blaming Big U for, I guess they're saying that you turned off his phone, you know, like before that he went, and then he turned it back on when he got back to the studio. That's evidence against him as well. That he's doing that.
The feds got so much technology that we don't even know.
When the security guard asked, Big U said he just come from the gym. By 9 a.m. the same morning, Rayshawn's body was found in a ditch off Interstate 15. Shot multiple times, then dragged to the spot.
Mr. Henley engaged in a murder of a musician signed to his label in 2021 and dumped the victim's body in Las Vegas off of the I-15 freeway.
Location data showed Big U left Vegas around 10 a.m. That same morning, Rayshawn's body